live from Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana. Live from Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana, RRSN.com in conjunction with Regional Radio Sports presents the 2013 Boys Class 1A Regional Championship game, where this evening, in a matchup of private school institutions, it will be the Mishawaka Marian Knights taking on the Andrean 59ers. Good evening, everybody. Mike Knezovich along with Adam Demery to bring you all the exciting action between the Niners and the Mishawaka Marian Knights. The Mishawaka Marian Knights coming in with a record of 13-7-0, and the Andrean 59ers checking in with the same identical mark of 13-7-0. We want to thank the folks that are making tonight's broadcast possible here on Regional Radio Sports as we continue our coverage of the 20th Annual Boys High School Soccer Tournament here in the Hoosier State. And they include Metloff Builders, located at Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, where Metloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. We also want to thank Jim and Terry Maurer and the rest of the Maurer family for their terrific support of Jake and the Niners. And finally, we want to thank Chicago Lakefront Cruises. You can check them out on the web at chicagolakefrontcruises.com or give them a call at 312-480-0186. And I bring in my broadcast partner, Adam Demery. And Adam, one game in the book so far on the girls' side of things that we had a chance to broadcast, and now we get an opportunity to flip it over on the boys' side of things and crown a regional champion here at Newton Park.
Yeah, first trip here to Newton Park officially, and I gotta say, Mike, it's a pretty nice park. It's a pretty nice stadium they got going on here for a great game, which should be tonight against Mishawaka Marian and Andrean. And like you said, already one game in the books at Wheeler High School later on today at noon, where the Bearcats defeated Boone Grove 2-0. So they already punched their ticket to semi-state, and looking forward to seeing another team punch theirs tonight.
We have some of the results in the books here from earlier today that we're going to talk about. Right now, we'll just kind of touch base on 1A action. The last score we had, we did get a final on Faith Christian, right, Adam?
Yeah, Faith Christian defeated, Argus defeated Faith Christian 3-0 was the final on that one. So Argus will be at home next week for semi-state.
Yes, they will be 18-3-0, and they'll be taking on the Fort Wayne Lures Knights at 17-3-0, so that will be one of the matchups in Class 1A. The winner of this game between Andrean and Mishawaka will take on the winner of Guerin Catholic and Northwestern, and that will be right over here at LaVille in the semi-state here. So we'll take a look at some of the other matchups as we continue on with pregame coverage here. But right now we want to have a visit with Ben Hausholter, the longtime head coach over at Mishawaka Marian, as Ben has done a great job with this program, picking up multiple sectional championships and regional appearances. As you mentioned, coming in at 13-7-0. The Knights right now 62 goals for, only 28 against, and they have outscored their postseason opponents this season by a count of 22-2. So we had a chance to talk to Ben and talk about the win over Boone Grove on Thursday and the prognosis for tonight's regional championship. Welcome back here to the pregame show on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports as we get set for this regional championship here at LaVille. We're going to bring on Ben Hausholter, the head coach of the Mishawaka Marian Knights. And, Coach, congratulations on the 4-1 victory on Thursday over the Boone Grove Wolves. I thought a solid defensive performance for your team, and your kids really used that transition soccer to their advantage to get it to the offensive third.
Yeah, it was the kids played real well Thursday, and I was pleasantly surprised by the effort that came out. And the defense did play very well. We tried to stay tight on number 11 and 17 up top for them. We knew those guys were going to be dangerous. So, yes, they did a nice job.
Meanwhile, Kevin Torres with a goal and a couple of assists, or 2 goals and an assist in the ball game. The sophomore doing a great job. I thought his play in the midfield and then getting up to the top for you was really key.
Yeah, Kevin's an opportunist. He does a great job of seeking out. We've been telling him to make those diagonal runs and get involved in play instead of just staying out wide. So Kevin did a great job the other night.
Defensively, Zach Combs in the back, I thought was steady as she goes, and not only using him on the outside, but moving him on the inside as well, showing his flexibility there and also the senior leadership for you.
Right. The first half of that game, Christian Verstrade got a knock and got a concussion, so he was out of the game the second half. So we had to move Zach up into that and bring Jack Rovato in on the outside. So once again, that's going to be the same tonight because Christian's going to be out from the earlier game, but we will make do and go from there.
Tommy Yergler doing a great job off the bench with an assist for you. Another senior with that leadership out there giving you some depth up top.
Yeah, Tommy's your typical target forward up top. He's a big guy, and he goes hard for every ball.
Give you a wrap-up, Coach. Let's take a look at keys of the game tactically here. You're taking on an Andrean team, came up with a 1-0 win in their particular victory over Wheeler. As you look at their side, what you've been able to glean from scouting them as well as what you've been able to accomplish this year, offensively and defensively, what are you going to have to do to make it to the semi-state?
I think a big key for us is going to be the possession of the ball, especially through the midfield and getting it wide and getting some crosses in. I know they play a 5 in the back with a double stopper, so it seems to me like they counterattack quite often with Gore up top, and they try to get him the ball. So I think a big key for us is possession of the ball, getting it out wide and playing it in, and make sure we keep track of Gore and stay on the back.
Thanks very much for the time, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Ben Hausholter, the head coach of the Mishawaka Marian Knights, joining us here on the pregame show here on RRSN.com. Let's take a look at the tournament trail for Mishawaka Marian. They started off with a 3-1 victory over Elkhart Christian, then beat the LaVille Ball Club 9-0, beat Glenn 6-0, before a 4-1 victory over the Boone Grove Wolves this past Thursday night. 5-3 in the Northern Indiana Conference, Adam, a very tough conference that has Penn in it, has Elkhart Central in it, has a very good South Bend St. Joe team that they lost to 2-0, beating Penn 1-0. And of course, you're very familiar with this school up here in Michigan, Edwardsburg.
Yeah, Edwardsburg. Going on a little football tangent, had a great game last night against Dowagiac. Won it 36-0. Was our Michigan high school football game of the week. But get back to soccer. This is a very impressive schedule that when I'm looking at here for Mishawaka Marian and how they were able to defeat some teams as Bethel Christian there 5-1 with the victory over there. Elkhart Memorial. You just talked about Penn. You talked about South St. Joe.
They played Northridge too, which is still alive.
Yeah, Northridge is Crown Points waiting the winner of that game between Northridge and Warsaw there, being played over in Mishawaka. So definitely some formidable opponents in that schedule that when you look at it, they're not going to be afraid of this Andrean team tonight.
The real key here is going to be the loss of Christian Verstrade, their sophomore. He's a very good stopper back there. That's going to necessitate Jack Rovato moving up to Zach Combs' spot at the right fullback. Combs is going to have to move up to where Jared Henry played at sweeper, and then Jared's having to go over to stopper. So you're changing some people around a little bit in there in the back, and we'll see how they react to that.
Yeah, but you know what? When I look at that, now you're going for – you got two seniors coming into that lineup replacing other people. I mean, Zach Combs is going to be – we had listed as a starter before this anyway, and you're switching him to a sweeper position.
Which he played, by the way, Thursday night.
So I mean, these guys are by the end of the season. I mean, if this was maybe in the beginning of the season, I would say something like, well, that might be something to look at. But towards the end of the season, these guys are seasoned. They're senior leaders, and they're fighting for a spot in semi-state. They're going to be the leaders of this team, and these are the guys that this team's going to be leaning on as their back four with that 4 seniors.
Cruise Lake Michigan for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises, located at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago. Docked at River City Marina, Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Groups up to 150 passengers can enjoy our 100-foot vessel that has vast seating, an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar, and a dance floor to entertain your guests while they enjoy a 360-degree view view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook. Check out the website at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com or call 312-480-0186. Well, the always entertaining Pete Reist also joined us here on the pregame show as well on RRSN.com. Pete Reist has now won 313 soccer matches in his storied career, which will be ending at the end of this season. 313, 168, and 35, a 641 winning percentage in 28 years overall. 290 wins, 140 and 33, a 662 percentage in 24 years over at Andrean. He's assisted by Aaron Jopik along with son Pete, Joe O'Neill, multiple Lake and Porter County titles, as well as Lake Athletic and Northwest Crossroads Conference championships. We talked to Pete about the hard-fought 1-0 victory over the Wheeler Bearcats and got his assessment of his opponent tonight, the Mishawaka Marian Knights. Pre-game coverage of this regional championship continues on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports. Pete Reist, the head coach of the Andrean 59ers, is going to join us. And, Coach, congratulations on the 1-0 victory over the Wheeler Bearcats to make it this far to the regional championship game. Talk about your team's performance. Donnybrook there against the Bearcats. They played you a lot tougher than maybe a lot of people thought.
Yeah, well, 4-0 the first time, and I had read in the paper they intended to play us more physical, which they did. The guy they put on Michael Gore was in his shorts all night. Michael had very few opportunities. The one he had from the penalty spot, kid made a nice save on it. It wasn't that bad of a shot. But they came out, they played with a lot of heart, a lot of fire, and it was... it went right down to the end.
I thought that Mike Metloff's play was just key for you guys, doing a great job getting his 15th assist on the corner kick and really distributing the ball well and getting back and helping out the offensive portion of your defense as well.
Yeah, Mike is a big part of it. What we learned early on is we just can't take and play over the top of our midfielders. And that means getting the ball out of the back, and immediately, if we can get it central to Metloff, that's what we'd like to do. If not, then we'll look for our outside mids, but it's got to come back to Metloff at some time. And when we play that 1, 2, 3, 4 passes where Metloff's in that string, good things tend to happen.
What can you say about number 4? The guy's an anchor back there. He's cool as a cucumber. We talked about it all evening long, and just steady as she goes. He really is the controlling force back there, Aaron Quarter.
On his best day, he's 135 pounds soaking wet. And he thinks he's 6'4", 250, and you got to put one right between his eyes, and it can't be a 22. It better be 30-06 or higher.
He was just unbelievable out there last night. I thought the speed of Getzloff and Dawson bothered them a lot on the wing. Comment on those two players, one a junior and one a senior.
Yeah, we're looking. Getzloff's got 2 goals in a row now. He's got he hit the header the other night, which is unbelievable, and he hit one a low one on the ground the game before. Chase has got 13 goals. He's been playing out there on the right side all year. Been a little bit banged up. We're hoping he's all the way back, and they're a big part of it because if we can get behind their backs with our speed and make them chase us a little bit, then that just helps score in Metloff.
Head coach Pete Reist joining us. The Andrean 59ers had a very disappointing end to their season last year as they lost to Marquette Catholic in a shootout over at the sectional, Adam, by a score of 3-2. I remember I was over covering the Notre Dame Miami of Florida game over at Soldier Field, and I had not gotten the score yet, and I called Pete to ask him, and when he told me, I thought he was joking around. I thought he was just kidding, and when I continued to talk to him and heard the tone of his voice, I says, oh my goodness, they got beat in the sectional, taking nothing away from Marquette Catholic, but last year's team had all these players on it, plus they had Mike Crew, who had 11 shutouts, who went to St. Joseph's, Matt Anderson, who went to Wisconsin, Dave Zuccarelli to Purdue, and Kyle Costa. That team was loaded, and to lose in that particular level of the tournament was a big disappointment.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't think about that when you're going into for a regional championship here tonight,
Right.
Mike. It's definitely it's a new start, it's a new season, and just like you said, it's Coach's last season. And we talked a little bit about this over at Wheeler earlier today. These guys are pumped to come out here and play for them, and because they know at any point they lose, and it's it for Coach, you know.
Medlock Builders at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana as a premier custom home builder. Our construction process entails efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at metlockbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and a National Association of Home Builders. Medlock Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the Mishawaka Marian Knights, coached by Ben Hausholter. They will have up top number 26, Cruz Juarez, a junior, with 7 goals on the season. He'll be flanked by the tall drink of water up there, number 23, Augie Hartnagel, a sophomore, 9 goals and 5 assists on the season for the underclassmen. The midfield from left to right, number 7, sophomore Kevin Torres. He was the star of the game at Thursday night against Boone Grove with 2 goals and an assist. He's got 7 goals and 4 helpers now on the season. He'll be flanked on the right outside mid by Kyle Killaway, the sophomore, 3 goals and 7 assists on the year. He had a goal in the win against Boone Grove. The 2 center midfielders, number 16, Richie Ontiveros, a senior, with 2 goals and 5 assists, joined over there by number 10, Isaac Torres, a junior, with 3 goals and 3 assists on the season. As we mentioned, some changes in that back line. At left fullback, number 3, Eric Fegley, a senior. On the right side tonight will be Jack Ravato, a senior. And in the middle will be the ever-present Zach Combs, number 6, a senior, 2 goals and 5 assists. Jared Henry will move over to the stopper position to take over for the injured Christian Verstrady. Jared is a senior. In between the pipes for Mishawaka Marian, he's a veteran. That's Chris Coulter, a senior, number 2. He has got 80 saves on the season. He has faced 107 shots, and he's got 6 shutouts to his credit. Lost the shutout in the second half of the ball game against the Boone Grove Wolves. So a very solid side for this Mishawaka Marian Knights team. Let's take a look at the starting lineup now for the Andrean 59ers. And the starting lineup for Andrean is brought to us by the Maurer family. Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck at the Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship at LaVille's Newton Park. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts and a quest for a regional championship. Looking at the strikers for head coach Pete Reist and the Niners, they will have up top number 6, Mike Gore, a senior, 24 goals and 6 assists on the year. He'll be flanked up top by number 8, Lucas Nowesnik. Nowesnik, a senior, with 3 goals and 4 assists on the season. The midfield from left to right will be number 11, Eric Getzloff. But right now we are going to face the northern part of the complex here. We will face Old Glory as we play our national anthem. And special thanks to all of our men and women fighting for our freedom each and every day here in the United States and overseas. First of all, the left midfielder for the Andrean 59ers is number 11. That's Eric Getzloff. He's a senior with 7 goals and 9 assists on the season. On the right side, the speedy number 2, Chase Dawson, a junior, 13 goals and 5 assists on the year. The 2 midfielders for Andrean. Number 9, the straw that stirs the drink, and that's M-squared, Mike Metloff, a senior. 4 goals, 15 assists, which is right up there, very close to a school record that was actually set by Mike Gore for helpers in a season. Number 7, Jose Angulo, a senior, with 4 goals and 4 assists, rounds out the midfielder for the Niners. At the left fullback position is a steady one, a senior, number 12, Evan Fogel. He's got 4 assists this season. On the right side for Andrean will be number 10. That's Ted Seinel. Seinel, a junior, with a helper on the season. The 2 middle backfielders and the defensive end, number 13, physical Danny Adair, a senior, 2 goals and 3 assists. And the key component in the back for Andrean, number 4, Aaron Corder, a senior. He has done just a terrific job all year long as he's held down opponents on the defensive end. In between the pipes for the Andrean 59ers is Chris Orozco, a senior. In over 1,600 minutes of action, he has given up only 29 goals on the year, a 1.50 goals against average, 124 saves on the season, and he just pitched his 10th shutout of the year against the Wheeler Bearcats. So, Adam, they lose Mike Crew in 11 shutouts. They bring in Chris Orozco, and he pitches 10. So they really did a great job of filling the goalkeeper position.
And that's really the mentality of this team coming in here. I mean, I was just talking about it. I mean, these kids, you know, you talked about with Marian, with the injuries that they were sustaining, and it's just that next man up mentality. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but I mean, it's just like Coach Kiesman always says, it's a cliche because it's true. I mean, that's just what they have to do here. And when I look at these 2 lineups, both teams with 4 senior defensive backs starting tonight, I'm expecting a low-scoring game. They're going to be grinding it out. They're going to be fighting it out. And it should be a great contest, Mike.
As we looked at Old Glory, the wind is coming out of the west here, so Andrean really needs to make some havoc here in the first half with the wind at their back. And, of course, Mishawaka will be trying to get that momentum switch into the second half by holding the Andrean 59ers off the score sheet. The Mishawaka Marian Knights are dressed in their white home uniforms with the blue numerals. They are to our immediate right now, huddling up by their goalkeeper, Chris Coulter. Meanwhile, the Andrean 59ers are in their scarlet jerseys and trunks with the yellow gold trim and the yellow gold numbers. They're to our immediate left right now, huddling around their goalkeeper, Chris Orozco, as they try to keep this terrific season going. Andrean is trying to pick up their first regional championship since 1996 out here tonight. So we got great weather. The field was wet coming in here on Thursday. It did a great job of holding up under 2 games, and now we've had some drier weather here, so hopefully a fast track here for the student athletes out here tonight at Newton Park. Winner of this ball game will pencil their way into the semi-state. Our officials for tonight's ball game are Roberto Santos. He will be the man in the middle. Sean Hesselhart will be one of the linesmen, along with Gamal Hernandez of our officials for tonight's ball game. So we are just about underway here. Should be a great atmosphere for soccer as you see a nice crowd gathered on the far side as well here at Newton Park. As we mentioned, we're going to take a look at a lot of the matchups that occurred across the state on both the boys and the girls side. On the other half of the bracket, heading into the semi-state, the Argus Dragons beat Faith Christian by a score of 3-0, and Fort Wayne Lures took care of Blackhawk. A lot of teams and a lot of schools with both boys and girls teams getting to this particular level of the tournament. So throw-in now coming in for Evan Fogel and Andrean on the near side. They try to get it to Chase Dawson, knocked out of the defense by the Knights. Here's Angula now, and he gets fought off nicely on the play by Hartnagel for the Knights. Andrean moving from left to right on your laptop, and the Mishawaka Marian Knights in the opposite direction. Hartnagel got taken away on a nice job by Metloff, but then coming back on the scissor kick that time is Isaac Torres. Over to Kevin Torres now for Mishawaka Marian. Kevin had 2 goals and an assist in the game. Now Combs from that middle defensive position will change the field and go over to the far side. They're looking now down the right wing on the play, and it's knocked down defensively by the Niners as they move from left to right, looking for Gore there, but they run out of real estate. It'll be a throw-in for Jared Henry and the Knights. Now it's headed back, and a good job of keeping the ball in play by Seinel that time for Andrean. Now Gore goes 50-50 on the far side, and they say play on. It's a physical game. We know that. Now they're going to swing it over here to the midfield circle to Angulo. Jose Angulo being pursued out there by Isaac Torres for the Knights. Every inch of real estate, a battle right now in the first 2 minutes of this ball game. Now the Knights swing it over to the far side with a nice pass to Killaway. Centering pass knocked down by Quarter now, and now he's got to retreat into the mixer. Does a great job of sealing off to the outside. It'll be a Knight throw-in.
And Mike, as color/camera guy, I'm hoping the ball stays in the midfield as much as possible.
Yes, you do. Here's Rivado's throw-in on the play now. Good job of aggressive move by Quarter. Now it is back to the offensive player. Metloff clears it back to the center field area. Now Gore will settle it down now for Andrean. Goes to the right fullback, Evan Fogel, and they'll proceed over the midfield stripe from left to right to the Niners. Little chip pass by Chase Dawson. Now good seal off by Combs as he goes over the near touchline. It'll be a throw-in for Mishawaka Marian. So we mentioned Chris Coulter to our immediate right with 6 shutouts on the season, the seniors. Fogel knocked it out of bounds with 80 saves on the season. As now the throw-in comes in by Torres for the Knights. He tries to go to Hartnagel on the play, goes into the mixer trying to get the left foot free as he goes on Fogel. Centering pass knocked down by Quarter, and now is trying to save it on the play and doing a terrific job for the Niners is Metloff as they go to Gore. Now Combs pops it back into the defensive zone, but Andrean has the answer. Settled down now nicely in the midfield third on the play by Ontiveros for the Knights, and now a good job at checking it on the play, getting it over to Gore. Gore now going 50-50 with Isaac Torres now. Pass past a couple defenders. Mike Gore now coming into the offensive third. A little flick to Metloff. Nice lead on the play and a great slide tackle by Combs as he denied the opportunity by Getzloff. And now the Niners are going to get their first corner kick of the evening. Let me do that. Okay. So first corner of the match, and that will go to the Andrean 59ers.
So far, it looks like it could be an even possession battle right now, Mike. And first real opportunity here coming up for Andrean. Let's see if they can capitalize and get an early 1-0 lead.
Metloff had the assist on one of these corners last time. Seinel comes up. They're going to go low on the play, trying to get a tip shot. Coulter comes out, but Combs is there on a slide tackle to knock it out of harm's way. 36-16 remaining here in a scoreless first half. Spinorama move now by Metloff as he comes into the mix. A little one-touch on the play, a chip shot, and they were trying to get it inside the mixer that time. A good job by Coulter to come out as that ball was right on the 6 that time for Andrean. Chase Dawson with the opportunity there, but it went over the top of the crossbar. Here's the free kick now for the Knights. Gore's got his noggin on it as he kicks it back on the play over to Ravada. And now he'll kick it over the far touchline, resulting in another Knight throw-in as it deflected off Andrean. Spinorama move now on the defensive end, and right off the face on the far side there of number 13 for Andrean Adair. He took the worst of that one. Now the ball headed over the far touchline by Getzloff. And now Roberto Santos says it's going to be a free kick opportunity here. I believe, a throw-in for the Knights.
Slowly but surely, Marian's working this way up the sideline, Mike.
Yeah, they're just kind of taking a little bit at a time. Now the ball deflects off an Andrean defender, but a good job by Fogel to cover up from his fullback spot. And now Gore is going to get called for a foul. And that will be a free kick opportunity now for Mishawaka Marian. So a direct kick opportunity now for the Knights on the foul by Gore.
Nice job there trying to get inside the 18, but a good job by that senior back line for Andrean knocking it out. and eliminating the threat.
Good job by Chase Dawson with the left foot right now. Earlier in the season, they did not have anybody up top with Gore, but now with Nowesnick up there, that gives a double-barreled opportunity offensively and takes a lot of the pressure off of Mike as well. We're still in a scoreless tie here in the first half, as here comes Hartnagel, looking now on the left wing for the Knights. The centering pass is deflected at the 18, and now headed out there nicely on the play by Andrean's Danny Adair. Now bicycle kick to himself on the play by Kevin Torres. Gore now working, does a good job of kicking it right off of Kevin over the near touchline, throwing Andrean. Midfield shot, Kevin Torres now heads it over to Hartnagel. Right now, both ball clubs battling in that midfield third. And Gula got it over to Metloff, looking for a run now for Gore. He's 1-on-2 into the mixer. Gore getting in there with Combs. Let's see if we're going to have another Andrean corner. We will. Second corner of the match now for the Niners. We're in a scoreless tie right now with 33-32 remaining in the first half of play. It will be Mike Metloff, who had the assist in the game against Boone Grove, as he set up Eric Getzloff on the corner last time out. And he will knock it to our immediate right here as Chris Coulter in the defense set up right now in the box. Here comes the cross by Metloff. It's a low one. They try to turn on it. Combs is there. It then deflects, and then Coulter had to kick it away from Mike Gore there on the right side of the 6. Now a push in the back is going to be called on Andrean. It'll be another direct kick, the second of the game now for the Knights. Over the midfield stripe they go. Knocked out of the defense by Adair, the tall drink of water for the Niners. Picked back up by Michael Metloff. Metloff now turns on the afterburners, looking for Getzloff and company. Got the right foot free. Little chip shot, now 50-50 ball, and Coulter will come out as Getzloff leaped over him, was actually called offside on the far side for Andrean.
Andrean doing a nice job keeping it in their offensive third, getting a couple of opportunities, and we saw this earlier in the first game, Mike, with Wheeler, who started to kind of get the ball into their possession, into their offensive third slowly, and kept getting more and more shots on goal, and eventually they fell.
Ooh, now Quarter lands right into Hartnagel on the play, and he goes down in a heap, and that was just a 50-50 ball there, nothing malicious on Quarter's part, as Hartnagel was in there trying to get the ball, and Aaron had just as much right to it as him, and right now Hartnagel holding his cranium there in the offensive portion of the area, and a good job, and I'm glad that he's back up. So Augie, the sophomore, who picked up his 9th goal last night, is back up underneath his own power, thank goodness. Reverse header now off the far side looking for Mike Orr. He's being shouted over there on the play by Jack Rivato, the senior. Run up throw in now by the Niners looking for Gore. He heads it towards the midfield area where Zach Combs is there defensively. The loss of the stopper, Christian Verstrady, is definitely going to hurt the depth of Mishawaka Marian in the back line.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, obviously as a coach you never want to see injuries, but you never want to see injuries around this time, especially with your lineup coming into a starter coming into the regional championship game. You want everyone that you can available.
Nice job by Rivato to deny Getzloff a potential cross on the left wing. And now they will rule it to be a throw-in for Mishawaka Marian. And Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck at the Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship at LaVille's Newton Park. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts in the regional championship game tonight. Combs had to make sure that the play was blown dead. He reached down with his hands there in the goal box, and that could have been disaster.
Well, you don't want to have any careless errors, especially this time around with a goal coming in this early in the game.
Coming up on 10 minutes gone here in the first half of play of a scoreless tie. Now a little tip pass off the far side is denied nicely on the play by Adair. Danny Adair now with a nice move to the far side to go. He got it by one defender, but then couldn't quite get going as he got tripped up over there on the far side by the Knights' right midfielder. Now a little bicycle kick on the play by Ontiveros. Is intercepted now in the midfield third on the play and picked back up by Nowesnick. They go back to the midfield circle to Jose Angulo. Angulo now looking for Gore. Reverse header nicely done for Chase Dawson. Dawson at the 18, and again it's Combs getting the job done on the play. It'll be a throw-in for Andrean. Make sure we're still running there, Adam. Still got numbers rolling?
Yep, we're still good.
All right. Angulo now with a bicycle kicked into Westnick. Lucas now trying to get it into the midfield third to Michael. Ontiveros is there right now, and a good play by Teddy Sinel on a 50-50 ball that time, going with Cruz Juarez, the terrific striker for the Knights. Cruz Juarez coming in with 7 goals on the season and a helper. And a good job by Seiler there. Here comes Mike Gore now trying to get by the offensive player. He's at the 18, comes in now looking for a shot, knocked down by Combs at the defense. Now picked back up by Getzloff. He got his pocket picked, and Ontiveros comes back now for the Knights. Ontiveros with a centering pass. Danny Adair is there for the Niners. He flips it over to Metloff. Metloff has got Dawson in front of him on the play. Little toe tap now off the right side. Chase trying to go with a potential Korhus on the play. Here it comes, and Coulter intercepts it at the near post before any damage can be done by Nowesnik. Menloff Builders, located at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana as a premier custom home builder. Our construction process entails efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively and to make sure that your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at medloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Medloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. Into the lineup now for Andrean is number 24, and that is Peter Damas, and he's in there right now at a midfield spot. Now Angulo trying to get the counter, but it's intercepted nicely by the Knights. Here's a shot on the play and a save by Orozco on the shot by Torres, and then they try to go to Hartnagel off the far side. They're playing ping pong now right around the Andrean goal. It'll be a corner kick. No, they say it went off the Knights. It'll be a goal kick for Andrean, but that was a little bit too close for comfort for the Andrean faithful.
Yeah, you said it perfectly right there, Mike, playing ping pong right inside the 6 over by the goal, and that's something you don't want to see if you're Andrean's team, and they're definitely a scare there, but a good job by the defense getting it out there, a lucky break, getting the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, they talked about, Ben Householder talked about Kevin Torres being an opportunist, and I tell you what, that was a very apropos description of the young man there, because he was definitely Johnny on the spot on that one. No score here in the ball game in the first half of action. They're looking for Gore in the corners. They mark him up. Now Michael gets it back on the play over to Damas. Back over to Michael Gore. And now they're going to call offside on the Niners on the near touchline. We're scoreless here at Newton Park. 25-10 remaining here in the first half of play of this regional championship. So Peter Damas now sets up at a right midfield spot for Andrean. Nowesnik now kind of drops off to an offensive midfielders. They've got Gore, the lone striker, in this particular setup, as Pete Reese doesn't want to get caught up field. Ontiveros now over to Torres. Kevin splits the defense. Here's his chip shot knocked out of the defense by Fogel. Now Damas tries to get in there a little bit with some physical play, and now they get it back up. They're going to call a foul on Peter, and that will be a free kick now for Mishawaka Marian. Third foul on the Niners. They go short now on the play over to Isaac Torres. Right side on the offensive play now to Cruz. Cruz now looking in the corner on the play for a potential cross. Sinel gets in there at the flex-off, Ted, and this will be the corner kick number 1 tonight for Mishawaka Marian.
Each team with, I believe, 1 corner kick already in the first half, Mike.
Yeah, Niners got a couple. As now a quartet of Knights is there. They're trying to get it to Hartnagel on the play. It gets through. Orozco's kind of caught between. And once again, the Knights blow a great opportunity there on the corner. Aaron Jopik right now making sure that, along with Pete Reese, making sure that everybody marks up. Now Chase Dawson will come into the game replacing Eric Getzloff for Andrean. So Chase Dawson with those 13 goals, the speedy right midfielder now in there. Now here's Torres, who had 2 goals and assists. Beautiful crossover dribble at the 18. Got it to Hartnagel now in the mixer. Here's his cross, knocked down by Quarter at the defense. Now on Taveros with a shot is deflected, and Orozco does a great job there, Adam, of communicating with Quarter to make the stop.
Yeah, that's that senior leadership that we were just talking about, and this back defensive line for Andrean, all 4 of them are seniors, and definitely this team's going to be leaning on their seniors tonight here, trying to get into the semi-state.
16 minutes gone here now in the first half of action, and the scoreless tie. Now here's the kick by Fagley as they try to go with a reverse header there to Juarez. Knocked out of the defense and picked back up now by Ontiveros. He goes now in the midfield third to Torres. Here's his bender on the play at the left side of the defense, and Seinel is able to clear it out of there towards the midfield stripe. So far, each team has had some pretty decent opportunities. 2 corners for Andrean, 1 for Mishawaka Marian Knights. Thrown now off the far side by Jack Ravato, who's into the lineup now replacing Verstrady. Midfield third now looking for the long feed. It got through a defender on the play as it was overplayed over there by Fagley. Here comes Gore now on the left side. Here's his centering pass, knocked down nicely at the defense there. Terrific job by Jack Ravato, who's right with Gore every step. And now one of the Niners is down just outside the 18 on some contact. And now Santos will blow the play dead. And right now we've got some concern on the field for one of the Andrean 59ers in Cruise Lake, Michigan, for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises. Located at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago, docked at River City Marina, Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Groups up to 150 passengers can enjoy a 100-foot vessel that has vast seating, an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar, and a dance floor to entertain your guests, while they enjoy a 360-degree view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook, check out the website at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com, or call 312-480-0186. So DeMass will come out of the lineup now for Andrean as Aaron Jopik escorts him to the near sideline. Throwing now to Jose Angula. Good to see that DeMass is able to get off the feet underneath his own power. Now Metloff looking for a pass to Dawson, and a nice header defensively by Fagley for the Knights. Now they try to change the field. Gore leaves it over to Getzloff. Eric Getzloff now looking for the cross on the play near side, trying to get it over to Dawson, and a little bit too far on the cross there. Getzloff very dangerous on those crosses. He was bidding for his 10th helper of the season. We are now down to 22:30 remaining here in the first half of play, as both teams right now just trying to get those odd man breaks through the midfield right now and get the lead. The first goal in this one's going to be huge. Now a reverse bicycle kick over to Metloff. Metloff now got his pocket picked on the far side. Good job of getting it back to the midfield by Jared Henry for the Knights. Danny Adair now working on Hartnagel, is able to keep it inbounds temporarily. And now the Niners will go ahead and move it up past the midfield stripe. Far side they go now. 50-50 ball is Gore trying to reach over there and keep it in bounds. Michaels cross now, knocked down to the defense on the play by Henry. Picked back up now by the Knights on the counter. Nice job now in the midfield third there on the counter by Jack Ravato, who's played a great game so far here in the first half. Arching throw in now is headed by Gore into the mixer. Good job by Coulter as he communicates with the steady Zach Combs in the back for a goal kick for Mishawaka Marian. Shots are few and far between in this one right now, Adam.
Yeah, neither team really showing that they have an advantage over the other one, Mike.
Now off the left side, Seinel is going to let the momentum of the ball go over the far touchline. And Teddy now will throw it into Getzloff. It gets past him, though. Picked back up now in the midfield portion by Torres. Isaac Torres now looking for Cruz Juarez. He goes ahead and goes to the far side, and a great job by Orozco as he came out and intercepted the cross. Nicely done.
Well, I tell you what, if the goalie goes out for basketball and he needs a recruiting video, we got that jump on tape. That was a great vertical.
Yes, he did, and no fear at all whatsoever as they were trying to cross it in the front to the dangerous Cruz Juarez. Now a foul is going to be called on Mishawaka Marian, and that'll be the first foul on the Knights tonight and the first direct kick for the Niners.
Yeah, so far the refs are really letting them play tonight, Mike, for this for the regional championship and a spot in semi-state.
Evan Fogel now with the free kick looking for goal, and they're going to call push in the back on the play by Jared Henry. So another direct kick now, and Andrean picked up a lot of real estate on that one. Danny Adero halfway through the first half in a scoreless tie. Here's the pass. There's a reverse header to the far side by Gore as they had the nice set piece there set up at him, but a little bit off the mark to the far side.
Yeah, but I like the idea by Gore and the aggressiveness by Andrean off the 2 straight fouls for Marian.
So right now a free kick opportunity here for Henry and the Knights, just to the right of the keeper Coulter. As they now go towards the midfield stripe, Gore with a howitzer header now. Nowesnik gets it to the far side to Michael Metloff. Metloff's got the right foot free on the play. Spin around the move, comes on in on the play with the left foot. Little bit too much dribbling that time as Combs was able to knock it away. Boy, great dribbling ability that time by Metloff. Maybe one too many.
Yeah, just trying to get a little too cute with the ball, I think.
Now at the 18, they throw it in looking for Gore. He reverses it back out in the play to Metloff. Here's a one-timer way over the crossbar by Getzloff, and that will result in a goal kick here for Coulter and the Knights. Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck at the Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship at LaVille's Newton Park. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts and quest for a regional championship. Seems like the wind has now died down a little bit too, Adam, so a little bit more of an even playing field for both of these sides.
Yeah, it started to die down about 10 minutes ago, so it's going to be interesting to see how much weather plays a factor. I know later tonight in South Bend we're supposed to maybe get some showers, possibly some thunderstorms. We'll see what happens.
So, yeah, right now it's beautiful weather here for the student athletes as now Gore's centering pass knocked down once again at the defense by Jared Henry. And the senior now causes a throw-in off the far touchline. Ted Seinel will do the honors. Offensive portion, midfield third on the left wing. Now with 18 minutes remaining, here it goes to Angulo. A scoreless tie. Jose with a shot and a save on the play by Coulter. That was an easy one for the netminder for the Knights. That's actually the first shot of the ball game for Andrean. Now we've got another direct kick coming up here for Andrean. Just to the offensive portion. Now here's Adair. He goes low to Gore. They let it go to the far side, trying to get it to Getzloff. Getzloff comes in on the play. There's a shot past the far post as Eric slipped a little bit on the play on the far side. Getzloff had the goal for Andrean in last night's ball game, and for him, that was his 7th score of the year.
It's a nice through ball, though, for Andrean to get all the way down to that far side corner and try and cut it back to the middle.
Yeah, Andrean does a good job sometimes with these fake passes where they go through a player's. Hartnagel's really having a tough time tonight. He's been getting banged up pretty good. And right now the official, Santos, says cool it out there. 17 minutes now remaining here in the first half. Scoreless tie between the Mishawaka Marian Knights and the Andrean 59ers. Isaac Torres Villa, the junior, will go with the direct kick here for Mishawaka Marian. That's their 4th direct kick of the evening.
We're going to have a first yellow card as well.
And somebody, it's going to be Metloff that's going to get the gate here for Andrean. And right now, or is that Nowesnik? That is Metloff. So that card comes here with about 15 minutes remaining in the half. So Michael is really going to have to watch his P's and Q's now. One more and he gets the gate. So free kick now, number 4 for the Knights. Torres will go short to the far side as they build it up from the right wing with Jack Rivato. Chip shot towards the mixer, knocked down, and now Gore is just going to clear it back to the midfield area. Good midfield support now by Andrean off the right wing. Good run now off the far side, but they run out of real estate, resulting in a Knights throw-in. One sequence that Mishawaka had that ping-pong action going from side to side. After that, Andrean has really settled down as that ball was knocked clear into Lake Michigan over there by Combs. So now Sinel will come up with the throw-in here. 16 minutes remaining in the first half, and now Metloff comes back in off the card, and he will replace the newly inserted Carter Welsh, a junior, for Andrean. Trying to settle it down on the play is Adair. Danny couldn't quite get through the defense. Adair will do that on time. Sometimes he will go ahead and try to get an offensive surge going for Andrean from the backside. Now Torres looking for Hartnagel. Hartnagel on quarter right now at the 18. Crossover dribble, got by him and a save on the play, and then Orozco almost had it go through the wickets and cross the goal line. What a laser beam.
That was obviously a hard hit shot there, Mike, as the goalie had the ball right at the beginning and dropped it right through the middle of the catch, as I don't think he was expecting that to come in that hard.
Well, Hartnagel's got a very hard shot out there, and for Orozco, that is save number 2 on the evening. Coulter with 1 so far, as the ball now is deflected off of Metloff, resulting in a throw-in now. 14 minutes remaining in the first half of play and a scoreless tie. Number 17 now for the Knights coming in is Thomas Yergler, a senior, and also in as well as Boniface Maguro, a junior. And Yergler coming off the bench with 12 goals and 4 assists. Exiting is Hartnagel along with Cruz Juarez for the Knights.
Well, that's got to be a great bench option, huh? 12 goals, 4 assists. You know you have that in your back pocket. That's got to give you some confidence as a coach.
And also with 4 assists, knows where his teammates are as well. Now midfield third. Good job by Metloff to come back and help out defensively. Now spinorama move on the play by number 10, Isaac Torres. Now they go to Boniface Maguro, knocked out of there on the play by Danny Adair over the far touchline. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights, Rivato. Jake now with the throw-in over the head of Maguro, and it headed inadvertently over the far side by Kyle Killaway. And that will be a throw-in now for Andrean. Andrean likes to get Dawson involved in the offense off the Gore feed up top. And we'll see if that particular play comes to the forefront here. Now they're going to call, it's going to be a direct kick here, I believe, for Andrean. And that'll be their 4th direct kick of the first half. Danny Adair will do the honors in the offensive portion of the midfield third, barely in front of all the Andrean faithful. Here comes Danny's kick. Now they're going to blow it dead. I think they want to move him back about 10 yards or so. Hey, you know what? If you can get away with it, do it. So Danny now, who's done a great job all season long, even offensively, with 2 goals and 3 assists from the back line for Andrean. 13 minutes remaining in the half of the scoreless tie. Here comes Getloff. Here's his cross over the far side of the goal area, and that will result in a Coulter goal kick. Metloff Builders, located at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana. As a premier custom home builder, our construction process entails efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at medloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Metloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. 5th direct kick now for the Knights into the offensive third. It'll be another throw-in now for Mishawaka Marian.
We're talking about an even regional championship matchup going on right now, Mike.
It is every inch of real estate being battled for out there. And now it's going to be Jake Rivato that's going to do the throw in here as Boniface Maguro setting up now at the 6. They look for Boniface on the play, gets over his noggin, headed out of there by Danny Adair, and finally popped out of harm's way on the play, and now they've got the Knights offside on the far side. No, actually, he may have caught a dangerous play there on Andrean. Here's Rivato's throw in to the far side. Torres now does the tightrope walk out there. Good job again by Seinel to come up aggressively. Combs now gives it away. Midfield third, Torres deflects it back now to Fagley. Fagley with a ground ball attack here on the left wing. Nice leave on the play by Yergler as now they bring it into the mixer. And Gula got it stolen by Yergler. Yergler one touch now to Torres as they mix it up in the mixer and finally knocked out of there. And once again, Andrean dodges a bullet, and Quarter was right there to make the play there that time, Adam.
Well, you know what? It seems like Andrean maybe have a slight edge on time of possession, but when Marian gets the possession, the offensive third, Mike, they've really threatened inside that 18.
Now Quarter with a flying header over to Michael Metloff. Michael Metloff trying to get something going now for Andrean. Mishawaka Marian has the answer, but Metloff continues to come on the play, and now they're going to call the wraparound on Michael, and he better be careful. He gets one more. He's gone. Here's the direct kick opportunity. Now Boniface with a reverse header, and Orozco comes out before Torres can get anything going.
Good move by the goalkeeper coming out and securing the ball.
10 minutes remaining here in the first half of a scoreless tie. 6 direct kicks now for Mishawaka Marian, 4 for Andrean in the match. Now Chase Dawson looking on the play for Lucas Nowesnik. Over the near touchline, and Andrean picks up some real estate as Peter DeMass gets set to come back in now for Pete Reese. Throw near sideline by Evan Fogel, does not stay in the field of play. And now Fegley runs up with a nice throw in looking for Yergler. Evan Fogel now will seal him off over the near touchline. And Mishawaka Marian picks up some more real estate here. They're on the left wing. Just to the right of Chris Orozco, who's been very busy out here tonight. He's picked up a couple key saves in this one. And credit Quarter with a great job about 60 seconds ago to stop a night foray. Now the cross by Yergler outside the 18. They go back to the far side on the play. Knock back up the elevator shaft now. On Taveras now will try to go in there right now on a 50-50 ball with Nowesnik. Now Kevin Torres looking for Maguro. Maguro with a reverse header. Nicely done. Almost a handball there by Getzloff. And now it's finally sealed off by Teddy Seinel. Boy, that was dangerous there for Andrean. Rivato now will go with the run-up throw-in for the Knights. Off of Maguro, back now on the play, and a great job again defensively by Evan Fogel covering up off the weak side. Mishawaka Marian putting some heat in the kitchen now with Ontiveros. Now Juarez looking deep on the play for Torres, a miss hit in the mixer, but he does get it back as it worked out pretty well. Jose Angulo with a nice job of getting it back now in the midfield third to Metloff. He got his pocket picked, and again the Knights with Ontiveros, and Orozco comes out and intercepts the cross, and right now the Knights starting to get some giddy up in their step offensively. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half of a scoreless tie. Now Fegley heads it through the midfield circle where Ontiveros settles it down. Looking now on the right wing on the play for Orlando, but it's intercepted by the Niners. Now on the right wing on the play for the Knights, and it goes over the far touchline, resulting in another Knight throw-in. Maguro now off the far side trying to turn on the ball. Here's Boniface trying to get a potential corner. He gets away with a shove in the back. And now they will bring it back up now on the far touchline. Throw-in comes in on the play to Isaac Torres Villa. Now Rivato now nicely back over to Torres. They now swing it off to the right side. Into the mixer they go. Again, good anticipation, and then a miss hit. Goes past the far post, and now there'll be some substitutions as Chase Dawson will come back in the game, replacing DeMass for head coach Reese. And Cruise Lake, Michigan, for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago. Docked at River City Marina, Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious cruise boat. Groups up to 150 passengers can enjoy our 100-foot vessel that has vast seating as well as an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar, and a dance floor to entertain your guests while they enjoy a 360-degree view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook, check out the website at chicagolakefront.com, or call 312-480-0186. Throw-in now coming up off the far sideline by Ted Seinel. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half of a scoreless tie from Newton Park. Here's Gore now looking for Angulo. Looking off the right side. Good job by Kevin Torres, who's been all over the place tonight, as he deflects it over the near touchline for an Evan Fogel throw-in. Fogel's throwing now to Mike Gore for Andrean. He got his pocket picked by Kevin Torres, but Gore with a good job of back-checking back to Jose. Right side now to Fogel. Got through Fegley on the play. Now Dawson trying to knife in there and cause some havoc on Combs. And let's see what he can get done now in the deep corner. Stolen on the play by Dawson. Spinorama move now, trying to get by Combs, who's steady as they go back there. And now on Taveras will carry back on to Torres for the Knights. Long centering pass off the far side to Magura, as they were looking for a looping Yergler there on the right wing. Now comes back on the counter through the midfield circle. Left side to go to Kevin Torres. Mishawaka Marian now on the counter over to Yergler. Yergler, one of the defenders, fell down on the play. It got by Quarter, but a great job off the weak side by Adair for Andrean. Now on Taveros comes back now looking for Torres, but Dawson is there. And right now, Adam, Andrean playing way too much long ball from the defensive end.
Yeah, they're just trying to get it from one end to the other, and it seems like more like a tennis match right now with the way they're playing, Mike. And, you just want to get some crisp passes going. You'll be able to work both sides of the field. If you try and work on the right side, it's not there. Kick it back to the defense and work the left side.
Now Sino gets fouled on the play by Magura. So that's going to be the fifth direct kick now for the Niners. Defensive portion, midfield third. So Chase Dawson, Mike Gore and company now will come down for the kick from Adair. It's a decent one, gets through the defense on the play. Now there's an opportunity for Getzloff. Here's his ground ball cross. Fegley is there. There's a one-timer, and a great job by Fegley to recover as Nowosnik had a shot at it that time on Coulter. And now Fegley's getting up a little bit lame now on the back line for the Knights. Looked like he slipped a little bit there. And now he's trying to walk it off, maybe a cramp situation. Now deep in the mixer, opportunity to save by Coulter on a one-timer there off the left side. 3:40 remaining in the first half on that shot that time by Lucas Nowesnik. And Coulter comes up with his third save of the ball game.
And a big save at that. That was a golden opportunity for the Niners to get a good shot on goal. They did. And just a little bit better of a save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and Fegley is still down right now. Maybe a cramp situation, at least we hope it is, as he now starts walking here to the near sideline. And Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck at the Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship at LaVille's Newton Park. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts in quest for a regional championship. So Fegley exits now. Combs will come back in the middle. Also in there as well is Jared Henry in the back line. And on the left fullback spot now is going to be Max Frosto, a freshman, into the ball game. So they do the courtesy kick now back to Orozco. And Chris now will go back to the 18. 2 minutes remaining now in the first half of play of a scoreless tie. Chase Dawson now with a nice counter coming in for Andrean. Chase now with a nice run on the play. One touch now looking. Here comes Coulter, and they've got Metloff offside at the top of the 18.
Yeah, by about a foot. It was a slim margin, but good call by the referee on that.
Metloff Builders, located at 109714 Seasons Place in Crown Point, is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana as a premier custom home builder. Our construction process entails sufficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Here's Metloff now at the 18, knocked out of the defense on the play by Torres. Now a good job by Getzloff to support on the left wing. Eric Getzloff now fell down, carried on. His cross knocked out of defense, and now Michael Gore recovers. Michael now trying to get through. A couple defenders got taken down, and we've got an opportunity now for the Niners just outside the 18 to the right of Coulter.
Golden opportunity, and a nice job by Gore trying to split the defenders there. 2 minutes left. This is the perfect time for Andrean to maybe get a quick strike, get a goal, and draw first blood right before the half.
Gore looking for his 25th goal of the year. He'll be looking with Adair. Now they back the Knights up with a 5-man wall inside the 18. Here we go. Gore with the shot on the play. A little bit too much helium under the soccer ball to the near upper 90 for Michael Gore. User-friendly software from Metloff Builders allow their clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at metloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Metloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. Now Torres' a centering pass. Isaac now trying to tap it to himself. Here's his left-footed shot on the play. Tap pass now looking for Magura. Knocked out of the defense by the Niners. Goes over the near touchline. It'll be a throw-in for Andrean. Fogel now over to Nowesnik, who had that excellent opportunity. He tries to go with a heel kick. Max Fausto trying to get in his grill right now as we come down to the final seconds here in the first half of play. And Guro with a header up the elevator shaft. Now Yergler with a little tap on the play. They're going to call a dangerous play on Mishawaka Marian, and that will probably do it here with a half a minute remaining in the half. And now we're going to stop clock here right now, and a yellow card, I believe, is going to be issued to the bench area. So a yellow card is issued to the Andrean bench, as I think Coach Reese just wanted to make a point there, Adam, that was a dangerous play with spikes up in the air.
Yeah, the coach just looking out for his players there, trying to make sure the refs understand that he doesn't need anybody getting hurt and doesn't want to see any of these kids hurt. None of us do, but the ref just making sure that the coach knows who's calling this game.
Now Yergler with a centering pass. 10 seconds remaining in the half. On Taveros' feed to the far side is going to go too far there for Matt Henry. And the sands of the hourglass are going to run out here, and the Knights and the Niners here in the first half of play, Adam. But very entertaining first 40 minutes of action here at Newton Park. No score here between Andrean and Mishawaka Marian. But I tell you what, both ball clubs had some opportunities there in the first half.
Yeah, both teams, it seemed like one team would dominate for 3 minutes and then the other team would dominate for 3 minutes. Neither one I would give an advantage to at this point. Andrean at the end there had a couple of opportunities, but whenever Marian had the ball in the offensive third, Mike, they were very dangerous with the ball.
They were, and they've got a lot of firepower on this team as they came in to today's action with 62 goals for on the season, and they did that in 20 ball games, so they're averaging over 3 goals a game. Cruise Lake, Michigan for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises. They're located at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago, docked at River City Marina in Chicago. Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Groups of up to 150 passengers can enjoy a 100-foot vessel that has vast seating, an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar, and a dance floor to entertain your guests while they enjoy a 360-degree sea view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook. Check out the website at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com or call 312-480-0186. Adam, let's take a look at the results that have occurred earlier today here all across the state of Indiana and some of the matchups coming up in the semi-state.
Well, Crown Point defeating Chesterton earlier today, 3-0. Crown Point now moves to 18-0-1 on the season. They will now play the winner of Warsaw and Northridge for their that semi-state, and I believe that game will be played at, is that Argus as that game's at?
Talking about on the boys' side?
Yes, the
2A, Warsaw.
Warsaw. So, yeah, so that's a big game there, as Warsaw could get home field in that semi-state game. The other game that we're going to be waiting on is the Canterbury-DeKalb game. Canterbury 12-7-1, DeKalb 16-3-0, and Noblesville 10-5-5 takes on Marian 15-3-0. The winner of those two games will play each other at Warsaw in the first round of semi-state. The other games were for Class 1A boys. We had Argus winning 3-0. They moved to 18-3-0. They will play. I believe they will play
Lures.
Yeah, that's
sorry
going to be
about
Bishop
that.
Lures over there as Argus defeats Faith Christian. And then when you look at the LaVille semi-state, we got obviously right now Andrean and Mishawaka Marian in a dead tie. And the winner of this game will go on and play the winner of Guerin Catholic and Northwestern. So definitely, Dad, if you're listening, your alma mater at the Northwestern's got a chance of making it to semi-state. Also, St. Joe in the 2A girls on the girls side of things. Fishers defeats McCutcheon 3-0, so they will move on. And Penn defeats Northeastern in a shootout 2-1. So a big win there for Penn and a good Penn girls team that's now moving on to semi-state. Mike.
Yeah, Penn has been a perennial power on the girls' side of things, along with St. Joseph's out of St. Joseph's County, and just a great job of competing in that Northern Indiana Conference.
Homestead defeats DeKalb 1-0, and also they will play the winner of Crown Point Valparaiso, which is actually going on right now. We don't have a score for you.
That's on the girls' side of things.
Yeah,
right?
Is still on the girls' side. And then for 1A from the girls' side, we were at the Wheeler game earlier. They defeated Boone Grove 2-0 in regulation. They will take on, it looks like they'll take on Lures as Lures defeats Eastbrook 8-1. A dominating performance there by Lures, but should be a good game between Wheeler and Lures. Wheeler winning their region for the regional championship for the first time in school history. We learned today they lost last year in the regional championship to
Argus.
Argus, yeah. And Argus, speaking of Argus, we believe that Argus did defeat Warsaw today, so they will be at home for the semi-state, and they will take on West Lafayette, who defeated Hamilton High as 2-0.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think it's a real good thing for Wheeler not to face the homestanding Dragons, who are very tough on their home field.
And defeated them last year, actually.
Yeah, they dominated them 4-1 in that ball game, and Wheeler got down in that game early. They had their backs to the wall, were never able to really get their sea legs underneath them, and the Dragons controlled that one. And you got an update from Ann Arbor for us, Adam, or still?
Ann Arbor. It's as a Hoosier
a basketball score. That's for
yeah,
sure.
it was 63-47. Actually, was the final as the Hoosiers were down 9 and threw a pick late in the and Michigan was able to come down and score as like you said, Mike, pretty much a basketball game there.
Well, I give the Hoosiers credit. At one time, was it 49-47?
You know, if they, like I said, I've said it all. You know, I believe, and Paul Condry, if you're listening, also text me once again. Who's your daddy? Yeah, this week I guess you gotta say it's the Wolverines as they defeat.
Did he text you tonight?
Yeah,
he did. Oh man, he just rubs that salt.
Yes, he loves to remind me because I made my prediction of 8-4, which they now have to win out for that prediction to come true. But you know, I still say Kevin Wilson's the right man for the job at that stage. Looking at what he's done for this offense in 3 years, They've scored now, I believe, 25-plus times in a minute and a half or less in scoring drives. If they could just get a defense that could tackle maybe 50% of the time, not even 100% of the time, just 50% of the time, I think we got 2 more wins so far in the season. We're 1 win away from a bowl game. But that's just my opinion. I am a Hoosier alum, so a little biased on that.
Cruise Lake, Michigan for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises, 800 South Wall Street in Chicago. Docked at River City Marina, Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Groups up to 150 passengers can enjoy our 100-foot vessel that has vast seating, an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar, and a dance floor to entertain your guests while they enjoy a 360-degree view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook, check out the website at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com, or call 312-480-0186.
I have some other college football scores, Mike, if you want to get into
absolutely.
those. As Mizzou defeats Florida 36-17. Mizzou, the higher seeded team, 14th in the country. So they defeat Florida, the 22nd ranked team in the country. Oklahoma State defeats TCU 24-10. Vanderbilt defeats Georgia. Georgia now loses 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
They're a very injured team. I can't stress that enough. This isn't the same Georgia team that started the season off. They lost 31-27 to Vanderbilt. Still a
big win for the Commodores.
Yeah.
Big win
for Vanderbilt, and a little bit of an embarrassing loss for Georgia. But like I said, very injured right now. As Ohio State escaped Iowa 34-24. I know that was a close game for a while. Northern Illinois defeats CMU 38-17. Oklahoma defeats Kansas 34-19. Charlie Weiss once again struggling a little bit with that team that he wasn't very confident about at the beginning of the season either. Auburn defeats number 7 Texas A&M at Texas A&M.
Wow, that's
45-41. So a barn burner over there.
Johnny Manziel goes down in flames in that one.
Yep, and then we have another top 10 upset with UCLA. Stanford defeats UCLA 24-10 at home, but Stanford, now the 13th ranked team in the country, will certainly move up a little bit as they defeat the number 9 team in the country. And then in about 4 minutes, we're going to start the game day, and that's got to be a great matchup. Florida State at Clemson as the Seminoles visit Death Valley tonight, and that should be a great game to watch, and maybe we'll be able to catch the end of it after this game if it doesn't go to overtime.
Tigers will be running down the hill there, or down the tunnel. Through the end zone to their crazed fans down there, and they've had all day long to lube up down there, so it's going to be a wild crowd up there down in South Carolina, no doubt about that. Teams back on the field right now as they're getting set for the start of the second half, and Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck in the Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship right here at Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts and quest for a regional championship. And Medloff Builders, located at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana as a premier custom home builder. Our construction processes entail efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at medloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Medloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. So the teams have changed ends now. Andrean moving from right to left on your laptop, and that is east to west here at Newton Park, dressed in their maroon jerseys and trunks with the yellow gold numbers and trim. And the Mishawaka Marian Knights in their white homes with the blue numerals and trim, and they're moving from left to right on your laptop.
And with the wind, Mike, and very little wind, but whatever wind is out there is going Marion's way.
Now Andrean comes back out with Gore and Nowesnik up top. And they start their midfield as well, as Seinel now is again back there defensively along with Adair. Quarter back there in the back line as Gore now trying to get it to Nowesnik. The midfield area has Getloff along with Metzloff, Jose Angulo, and Chase Dawson back there. And rounding out the lineup is Evan Fogel in the back line for Andrean. Centering pass, trying to curve it around to Gore on the play. He got a half a step there temporarily on number 13 for the Knights, and that was Ravato, but a good job by Jack to seal him off. You know, you get to this first couple minutes of the second half, Adam, you're not quite warmed up yet, and you can get an opportunity if you get the defense sleeping a little bit.
Well, yeah, you're not quite warmed up, and it might take even longer a little bit as the sun's down, obviously, but as you can, you'll be able to tell with the video, it's dark out, so nighttime and much cooler.
Hartnagel centering pass headed out of there nicely by Quarter for Andrean. Now again they play long ball and they give up possession. Coming back will be Jack Ravato. He gave it away easily on the play instead of holding on there for Nowesnik. And now Andrean picks up a lot of valuable real estate with the throw in here from Teddy Seinel. So Seinel will do the honors here off the left wing. First minute here of the second half of play. We're in a scoreless tie here in regulation. As now the ball is thrown in on the play to Lucas Nowesnik. He tips it towards the goal line as Ravato did a good job of sealing him off, resulting in a Knight goal kick. So right now the Knights, they had a real great foray in the first half of play as they went back and forth in the mixer. Metloff now tries to come up with a quick shot, but he gets stopped. Now he goes with a reverse heel pass on the play, and it's deflected over the near touchline by Jared Henry, and the senior will kick it over the near touchline. Throwing now towards the mixer, got past Gore. And now they're going to call, I believe, it's actually still in play, and now it's deflected at the 18. Combs missed it. Medloff had a chance at it, and Combs had to come up with an emergency bicycle kick on that one. Ontiveros almost got his pocket picked on the play. It deflected off the Niners. It'll be a throw-in now for Mishawaka Marian. Now Cruz Juarez got his pocket picked. Now Gore settling it down, trying to get through defenders on the play. Now getting caught in the Niners sandwich on the play was Cruz Juarez, and he's going to get called for the foul here. So that's going to be a direct kick now coming up here for the Niners, their 7th of the match.
Boy, if you got to say any team is coming out a little bit more warmer than the other, it's got to be Andrean right now, as they've been controlling the ball in their offensive third the majority of the second half.
Nice free kick by Danny Adair, settled down now by Medloff outside the 18 with his back to the defense, knocked down to the defense by Ravato for the Knights. Now Hartnagel getting some trouble for Sino, who kicks it over the near touchline. Throwing now for Mishawaka Marian. Doing the honors will be number 9, and that's Kyle Killaway. Ball deflected now with the one touch, but now Jose Gulo is back there for Andrean. Now deflected right to Mike Gore at the midfield stripe. Gore going now on Fegley to show knows reverse adverse effects from that particular play. And now the ball goes over the far touchline barely, but that was a nice run that time by Mike as he tried to get it into Lucas Nowesnik. Gore showing right, he had 24 goals and 6 assists so far this season, 54 points on the campaign. Now the ball goes off the backside of Gesla's head. Hartnagel now goes to the near side to Killaway. Ground ball attack, nice, knocked down by Quarter, picked back up by Kyle. Goes to the left side now to Torres, comes in on the play as Wormburner is stopped on the play by Orozco with a save. 4th save of the match for the netminder for the Niners.
Both goalkeepers doing a nice job between the pipes tonight, keeping their composure in a couple of tough situations. Really, both offenses have had their opportunities, and it's been those 8 seniors, 4 for each team on those 4 back that we talked about, Mike. And I said it's going to be a low-scoring game, and so far I'm correct here, 0-0 still early on in the second half.
Now Sino gave it away to Hartnagel, got taken down, no call. Now they battle at the 18 on the play as Sino is down right now in a heap, and they say play on right now. 2 players are down on the pitch, riding in pain. They get up very closely on the play. Is very slow to get up his corner now, right at the 18, and that's the franchise in the back line for Andrean.
He's grabbing his knee, never a good sign.
Yeah,
He's up on his own.
He's coming up really lame on the play, and he'll try to walk it off right now. I think there might have been some knee-to-knee contact out there. .34-29 remaining here in regulation, and the scoreless tie. Throw in now in the midfield third. Reverse header by Nowesnik. Now Gore with a nice job over to DeMass. Peter DeMass now trying to keep it in bounds on the play as he does the tightrope walk now. Trying to get the left foot free for a potential cross and a nutmeg. Good job of weak side defense by the Knights. Now Sino comes back with a chip shot into the midfield third. Trying to get it to Metloff. Now here's Angulo with a header. Everybody trying to stay onside. Gore now trying to get in there to settle it down. Trying to get the left foot free. Here's his one-timer and a save on the play by Coulter. On the shot there by Michael Gore.
What a save by Coulter on that play for Mishawaka Marian. Nice job diving and securing on that ball. That was a great opportunity for Andrean and probably should have been a goal.
Second shot is now Gore is waved offside, and now he kicks it into the net as they ruled it offside off the far side. He figured, you know what, I'm just going to finish off this play. I want to make sure that it gets taken to its logical conclusion. So Mishawaka Marian now with 4 keeper saves on Orozco and 2 saves for Coulter, and that was a great chance that time for Andrean.
It really was. It probably should have gone in, but just a much better defensive stop by the goalkeeper.
But it seems like both of these teams sometimes don't believe they're that far open, and it's such a shock to them that they're not able to finish the deal.
Yeah, and there's also a little bit of hesitation I've noticed with some of the throw-ins. They are acting like they're about to throw it in, and there's a lot of people, a lot of their teammates yelling, just throw the ball in, be confident in what you're doing.
Yergler now back into the ball game with those 12 goals for Mishawaka Marian as Augustin Hartnagel exits the lineup for the Knights. Now a howitzer header on the play by Torres, back over to Juarez. Cruz Juarez now got fought off nicely by Sino, who knocked it off the Knight player. And now it'll be a throw in here to Nowesnik for Andrean. Lucas now with a centering pass to DeMass. They'll bring it all the way back over now to Zach Combs. Oh, he almost got it taken away by Gore. Now Nowesnik does take it away. Lucas Nowesnik now trying to keep it in bounds. Does the tightrope walk on the play. Slide tackle near side by Henry. What a play by Lucas Nowesnik. .32-21 remaining here in the scoreless second half of play. Throw in now coming off the far touchline for Andrean. Nowesnik trying to curve around. They get it to Gore with his back to the defensive player, trying to turn around with a little crossover move. Here's his cross to the far side. Nobody home for Andrean. Now Medloff trying to turn on the ball. He tries to get across. He got taken down on the play, and I think they're going to call a foul on Torres. And this will be a glorified corner coming up for Andrean.
They had an early opportunity with that cross from the near side corner, Mike. Just like you said, no one home. Another golden opportunity for Andrean missed with the lack of communication and poor placement by the players.
Here's Medloff now as he's going to try to bend it around the two-man wall. Hartnagel's there, the tall drink of water. Here it comes, knocked down by the wall, and now it will be a corner kick for Andrean. That's their third corner of the match. So Medloff now with an opportunity. They're going to get Getzloff back in there for DeMass. So right now you got Nowesnik, Gore, Dawson, and the tall drink of water, Danny Adair back there. Here comes the cross to the far side, headed on the play to the near side, knocked out of the defense by the Knights, as that opportunity was stuffed that time by the back line for Mishawaka Marian. Now a violation on the Knights is going to result in another free kick opportunity here for the Niners. 9th direct kick of the evening. It's a throw. It's a throw. Right here on the left wing. 10 minutes gone here in the second half of play, and a scoreless tie as Gore tried to get in. They're going to call a foul on Michael on the wraparound for Andrean. Good call by the official. Cruise Lake, Michigan for your next party or event with Chicago Lakefront Cruises at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago. Docked at River City Marina, Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Now here's Gore's cross in the play, knocked down by Combs, and he'll finally just get it back to Sino, who heads it back to the midfield third. Chicago Lakefront Cruises operates the Summer of George, a vessel designed and built as a safe and spacious party cruise boat. Groups up to 150 passengers can enjoy a 100-foot vessel that has vast seating, an enclosed main deck, a full-service bar and a dance floor to entertain your guests while they enjoy a 360-degree view of the beautiful Chicago skyline. Our vessel is available for rental for private events, including but not limited to birthday parties, anniversaries, weddings, wedding showers, graduation parties, corporate events, etc. We offer drink, catering, and entertainment packages. For more information, visit us on Facebook. Check out the website at ChicagoLakefront.cruises.com or call 312-480-0186 for Chicago Lakefront Cruises.
We should have Pat Doherty call that number, Mike. We need a regional radio sports network vessel.
I agree. That would be nice.
Paul Condrey, where's our fleet?
Maybe a little bit nippy out there, but nonetheless, be a nice time.
Still doesn't take away from the beautiful Chicago skyline.
That's right, absolutely. So you could do that at the Chicago Lakefront Cruises at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com or give them a call at 312-480-0186. Throw in now near sideline by the Knights. Reverse header by Yergler. Chest trap goes off of Cruz Juarez over the near touchline, resulting in an Andrean 59er throw-in. No score here with about 12 minutes gone now in the second half of play. Good job now by Metloff holding off the defender. And now Andrean picks up more real estate. Now it'll be in the offensive portion, midfield third to Teddy Seinel. Again, we've got Coulter, the goalkeeper, to our left, Orozco to our right. Now reverse header on the play. And now it will be a free kick opportunity now for Mishawaka Marian's Knights. Number 4, Jared Henry does the honors, but he slipped on the turf. And Andrean now were able to regain possession on the mishap that time by Henry.
Yeah, field's still a little soft, still a little muddy from this week's rain out there.
Yeah, especially closer to the sideline here on this end.
Yes, it is. Almost slipped myself walking around the field earlier today.
Adair now got his pocket pick with a header that time by Torres. Yergler now comes back, but he got stopped by Gore. Michael now trying to reverse the field to the far side to Chase Dawson. Can't catch up with it. It'll be a throw-in now for Mishawaka Marian. Teams right now battling mainly in the midfield third, but now Gore settles it down for Andrean. Offensive portion, midfield third, trying to turn on the afterburners. Little tip pass looking for Metloff as he comes in at the 6, and they finally seal it off to the far side. Now Gore getting in deep in Mishawaka territory. Here's his little flip shot. They bring it back outside the mixer now. Gore spin around the move. Trying to break through 2 defenders, and he got taken down just outside of PK land. And Michael right now a little bit slow getting off the turf. It's going to be a glorified corner coming up here now for Andrean. And for the Niners, they pick up direct kick number 10 tonight. So Metloff now will do the honors. And Gore pays his dues on that one as he tries to get the kinks out of the neck on the play. So Metloff now just outside the penalty area on the right wing for the 59ers. Chase Dawson is there along with Daniel Adair. Here's the cross by Michael looking for Adair. Gore is in there as well. And now at the 18, Cruz Juarez will just kick it over the near touchline. The crosses have been good, Adam. They've been right there.
Yes,
they have not been able to connect on them.
It's just been the defense has just been just that much better, Mike. It's been great communication on both sides of the ball defensively, and like you said, Andrean's gotten some great opportunities here, especially in the second half now, as they've had some nice crosses and some corner kicks.
So Medloff now with the corner for Andrean. It's corner number 4 of the evening. He goes to the far side on the play. Coulter comes out with a punch-off. Now Sino settles it down. And Gulo comes back with a laser beam and a save by Coulter on a shot from about 20 yards out on the play with 15 minutes gone here now in the second half. The third save for Coulter today. So Angula got a nice shot on frame, but it was right at Coulter. So we have played 55 minutes of scoreless soccer here at Newton Park. Both teams have had some shots on frame, but have not been able to convert. Now midfield third to Ontiveros for the Knights. Goes off the far side to Fagley. He tried to change the field, but Getzloff is there. And now Eric will just kick it over the near touchline, resulting in a Mishawaka Marian throw-in. Now Damas will come in for Andrean, as they will replace Chase Dawson on the wing. Now Boniface Magura also back into the lineup, along with the tall drink of water, Augustin Hartnagel. They look for Hartnagel. Adair knocks it over the roof here of the press box, and Rivado will pick up some room here on the near touchline. Throwing in, trying to get it to Boniface Magura. Magura now trying to go with a cross on the play, and a good job by Andrean off the weak side, and Quarter avoids the corner. Now Nowesnik is going to try to come back in now. And it is going to be a corner. They did not avoid it. It must have hit the pylon on the play. Second corner kick for the Knights here tonight. They're going to load up off the far side now for the Killalay corner. Here it comes to the far side. Orozco stays put now. Far side opportunity for Hartnagel. And now it's knocked out of the defense. And now a shot comes over here to the far side as they try to get it. And it went off of Killalay, who was offside anyway on the cross that time. So a corner goes by the wayside. 23 minutes now remaining here in regulation as again Welsh will come into the lineup for the Niners, replacing Nowesnik. So Carter Welsh, a junior, into the ball game now for Pete Reeston. Metloff Builders, located at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana as a premier custom home builder. Our construction process entails efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at metloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects, as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Metloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. And now a foul is going to be called on Gore as the two number 6s go at it. And now Combs will go with a free kick for Mishawaka Marian, their 7th of the evening.
Gore not happy with the call, but I got to go with the ref on that one. Got a little too close and a little too chippy a little bit at midfield.
So Gore will set up the one-man wall, and now he'll be joined by Metloff. 10 yards away from the free kick situation here. These set pieces start to become very important. Here it comes to the far side. Got past Quarter. Good job by Fogel to get back there defensively for Andrean. Now Angula gets it deflected off the Knights. It spins back towards Evan, and now he gets it back up on the right wing to Medloff, for trying to get it to him. Now picked back up in the midfield third by Rivado. Far side they go now, battling every inch of real estate, and a foul is going to be called on Fogel. Another direct kick coming up now for Mishawaka Marian, their 8th of the match. So again, Andrean will set up the three-man wall here. This is a glorious opportunity now by Cruz Juarez on the free kick. They've got a quartet of players to the left of Chris Orozco now on this one. Here it comes. It's a dandy to the far side and goes past everybody. A little bit too much that time by Torres on the cross for the Knights. Now Cruz Juarez will come back into the lineup. And exiting for Mishawaka Marian will be Kevin Torres. We're coming up on the halfway point here now of the second half of action. Still scoreless here in this Class 1A regional championship game. Now Oliveros' deflection comes back to Getzlaw for Andrean. He goes right through the midfield circle, but Combs is there. Zach Combs now comes back on the counter for Mishawaka Marian. Mishawaka Marian nothing, Andrean nothing. Now they try to go to Metzloff on the play, but they're going to call a foul on Andrean. It'll be a free kick for Marian, and now that's their 9th free kick of the evening. They go short now to Ontiveros. Good hustle there by Gore, but now they carry on. Chip shot goes into the corner. As going back on there to play is Hartnagel, and corner will just let the momentum of the soccer ball go over the goal line, and that will result in a goal kick for Chris Orozco and the Niners. Jim and Terry Maurer, along with the rest of the Maurer family, wish the Andrean 59ers best of luck at the Class 1A Soccer Regional Championship at LaVille's Newton Park. The Maurer family congratulates head coach Pete Reist on a terrific career and applaud him and the team for their efforts and quest for a regional championship. And now Hartnagel is going to get called with his fingers in the cookie jar. A foul on the Knights forward.
Hartnagel's arms extended on that play. That's why the foul was called there, Mike.
11 direct kicks now. I've run out of room on my score sheet here for direct kicks for both of those teams. And what that means is we've got a lot of 50-50 balls contested out there tonight. Now Rivado looking for Magura. Sino is back there now. Boniface trying to get in Sino's mitts. And now they bring it back up to Welsh. Carter Welsh now trying to get it to the speedy Chase Dawson off the far side. Chase can't catch up with it. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Now Nowesnik comes back in for Andrean. Killaway takes a seat now, is back in. Now is Luis Juarez, a junior. And Carter Welsh will exit for the Niners. Both teams just kind of picking their spots there just to get a couple of their players a break here and there, Adam.
Yeah, no, they want to try and keep some fresh legs here as we're over the halfway point here in the second half. And, you know, they're coming down the home stretch, still a 0-0 game, Mike. A great game that we got going on here. Make no mistake about it, but definitely a defensive battle, one that we were talking about in the pregame.
Adair looking for Metloff, knocked up the elevator shaft on the play by Jared Henry. Throwing now for Fogel and Andrean is now Welsh getting set to come back in. Now pushing the back's going to be called on Marian, and Andrean picks up another direct kick. 17-11 now remaining in regulation in a scoreless tie. Here's the Daniel Adair free kick knocked out of the defense. Sino now takes a chance and comes up from his defensive position, and he regains control for Andrean. Tries to go with a pass on the left wing and kicked it away. It was a good aggressive play that time by Ted. Now he goes with a howitzer header. It gets past the defender. Nowesnik was trying to get past Ravada, and it goes now with a throw-in. Now Walsh will come into the lineup, and exiting once more for Andrean will be Nowesnik. Sino now will come up the near touchline on the play. Offensive portion, midfield third. As they try to run a set piece now. Deflection looking for Gore, trying to turn on the ball. Got it to Angulo. Knocked down the defense. Now Chase Dawson comes back, and the Niners are offside. And I tell you what, lucky for Mishawaka Valley, because that was a handball in the box. So free kick opportunity now for the Knights. A lot of help from the man in purple and black in that center midfield area from the sideline tonight. Now Sino had it go over his noggin, but Quarter is there. Now a nice reverse header by Angulo, another double header, and now a foul is going to be called on the backside on Max Frosto for the Knights. This is the 13th direct kick. So here we go now. A little bit of talking to by the Andrean bench here by the center referee.
Making sure he knows who's officiating this game and who's supposed to be coaching it.
Now it gets through as a one-timer, and Nowesnik had an opportunity there, and he knocked it over the near side upper 90 on a bouncing ball there. That was a glorious chance for Lucas Nowesnik.
Man, what an opportunity for Andrean, and just got a little too excited, Mike, and just sent that ball sailing over the net.
Reverse header now by Welsh on the play. Getting down the main stretch here now as bodies continue to fly. Gore knocks that back down deep into Mishawaka Marian territory where Fegley will control. Carter Welsh does a good job. Let's see if he got, no, he was not able to get it past on the play, and Fegley kept it in bounds. Now Angulo with a nice ground ball attack. Knocked down, and now Mishawaka Marian plays long ball back to Quarter. Quarter cannot control the ball back there. Good job of pressuring by Yergler, and that picks up a lot of real estate now for the Knights.
Mishawaka Marian seems to be playing the long ball game this half, Mike, that Andrean was playing in the first half.
Yep. Rules have been changed now. 13 minutes remaining in regulation. Frosto goes in the corner right now to Ontiveros. Ontiveros now doing the tightrope walk back there. Left-footed pass knocked down by Quarter. They try to save it here on the near side, and they do nicely on the play to Nowesnik. Nowesnik now looking to the near sideline for Welsh. They run out of real estate, resulting in a Knight throw-in. No score here deep into the second half in this Class 1A Regional Championship. The winner advances to the semi-state right here coming up next Saturday in Class 1A soccer. Now Fegley with a chip shot, knocked out of the defense. Gore picks it back up now, and he'll try to turn on the ball, and he does so as he went off of Carter Welsh, who knocked it into the crowd. Throw in for the Knights. Now Quarter back there settling it back down right through the midfield circle. Andrean now controlling with Lucas Nowesnik. Nowesnik with a tip pass trying to get it to Chase Dawson. Andrean not able to get back and catch up with it. Now Getzloff trying to get a weak side back checking situation, and he does so. Chipped out of there by Rivado. Looking for Yergler. Quarter is back there with a beautiful play by Aaron Quarter. Nicely done. Now deflected back to the midfield third right now as the teams battle in the midfield area. Now on Taveros back up top. 12 minutes remaining here in regulation. Scoreless tie. Yergler got clipped up by Seidel. That'll be a foul on Ted and a free kick now for the Knights. Their 10th free kick of the evening. About 30 yards out to the left of Chris Orozco.
This is a good opportunity for the Knights. See if they can capitalize in late in the second half. We're still scoreless.
Metloff getting set to come back in for the Niners. Niners set up a three-man wall now as Ontiveros comes in. It got through on the play, but good coverage by the wall. And that particular opportunity goes by the wayside for the Mishawaka Marian Knights. Metloff Builders at 109-714 Seasons Place in Crown Point is a family-owned and operated business for over 10 years in Northwest Indiana. Is a premier custom home builder. Our construction process entails efficient supervision, innovative design, state-of-the-art technology, and excellent craftsmanship. Our user-friendly software allows our clients to monitor cost and time effectively to make sure your project gets completed on time and budget. Check out their website at medloffbuilders.com or call 219-308-1110 for a pictorial gallery of current and future projects as well as testimonials from our many satisfied customers. Now an opportunity for the Niners in the Mishawaka defensive end. We're members of the Home Builders Association of Northwest Indiana and the National Association of Home Builders. Medloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. Over the far touchline now is now Evan Fogel is going to come in for the throw-in now for Andrean. They are deep in Mishawaka territory on the right wing. He'll come down right in front of the concession stand into the mixer. Gore now with a reverse header on the play, and it goes over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick now for Mike Medloff and the Andrean 59ers.
Another opportunity here for the 59ers. They got to capitalize on one of these, as they've been controlling the time of possession all second half, Mike. Yep. They've been heaping the ball in the offensive third, and they're really fixed that long ball problem that you were talking about in the first half.
Medloff with the corner right now, number 5 for the Niners here this evening. Here it comes. It's a good one. It gets over Gore and goes back outside the mixer. And now they'll regroup on the play with Getloff, and his spinorama move is thwarted on the play by Frosto for the Knights. Back over to Yergler. His centering pass is knocked down on the play by Quarter. Coming down to 10 minutes now remaining in regulation of a scoreless tie. Hartnagel now off the far side. Pass back into the midfield third looking for Gore. Michael Gore now on the left wing on the play. Trying to get some help from Getzloff up there. He's double teamed now. Trying to keep some space going here. Got a bad defender outside the mixer. Now Angulo goes with a left-handed shot on the play and a save by Coulter. As right there on the doorstep for Andrean was Nowesnik. Fourth save of the match for Coulter.
Under 10 minutes, Mike. We're looking for some late game magic here before this regulation gets over and we have to play overtime.
Good job of saving it on the near touchline by Luis Juarez for the Knights. Andrean, though, very confident with Getzloff. Ball deflected in the midfield third by Seinel. Picked back up by Eric. He's looking for Nowesnik. Lucas trying to get through the defense. Combs now knocks it back through the midfield circle. Now a header on the play as Adair got taken down. And a foul called on Mishawaka Marian. Crowd didn't like it. Fourteenth direct kick this evening for Andrean. They're in the offensive third right now as Medloff putting the heat up on the kitchen. Michael trying to get a half a step on the defense. They kick it over the far touchline. Throwing now for Evan Fogel, and Andrean is now Peter Damas comes back into the game along with Magura. 8:19 remaining here in regulation. Looking for Gore in the mixer. Knocked back down. Now they chip it back in at the 18 as Damas tries to get in there. Boniface now Coulter will just come out and scoop up the loose soccer ball. 8 minutes remaining in regulation, Adam. What a barn burner we've got here tonight.
I tell you what, I talked about how these senior defenders are going to be the key for each team, and both sets of defense is doing a great job. Both goalkeepers doing a great job in both halves.
Good save that time by Orozco on that corner kick situation there by the offensive player, number 14, Boniface Maguro. So 5 saves for both keepers now in this ball game. The Niner fans trying to encourage their players here as this has become a marathon here. It's been a defensive battle. It seemed like Mishawaka Marian had the better of the play in the first half, but Andrean's come on strong here in the second. Throwing now for the Niners. Looking to the far side on the play. Gore settles it down now. Michael trying to get past our defensive player. 7 minutes remaining in the match. On Taveros now with a dangerous ball coming into Juarez, but Quarter is there. Now Cruz Juarez with a little bit of speed now tries to go with a heel pass. It goes off Seinel, resulting in a throw-in now for Mishawaka Marian. And now they will bring in Kevin Torres. Getzloff comes back in for the Niners. Damas will come out now for Pete Reist. Peter's done a great job off the bench tonight. Here's Boniface Magura looking for Hartnagel. Nice job by Angulo to seal him off on the far side. And they're going to call a push in the back on Hartnagel. And that will be a direct kick now for Andrean.
And the second push for Hartnagel, I believe, Mike.
15 fouls on Mishawaka Marian tonight. No scores. We approach the 5-minute mark remaining in this match. The winner gets the regional championship. The loser goes home. Now Gore got away with a push. Now chipped on the play back to the midfield circle to Daniel Adair. Torres now for Mishawaka Marian carries over, and he grabs the back of Adair, no call, and Daniel didn't like that one. And now Angulo gets it back up on the play to Metloff. Now Andrean's going to go ahead and pick up some valuable real estate here. Is now Aaron Jopik, the assistant coach, will throw the ball to Teddy Seinel. They're over the midfield stripe now with the throw-in. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in regulation. Header looking in the midfield third for Nowesnik. Knocked down in defense is now Boniface Benagura. Got his pocket picked by Daniel Adair. Right side to Evan Fogel. Trying to get it to Gore, but Mishawaka Marian has the answer. And now a good weak side job by Adair. He chips it back into the offensive third, but nobody home. And now Hartnagel is down on the play, and they're going to stop the clock here. 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game in a scoreless tie. So Hartnagel taking some time getting up right now, and now the staff's going to come in for the Knights, including their coach, Ben Householder.
Boy, what a game, huh?
Yeah, and the thing is now you're exhausted both mentally and physically. Now both teams are going to take this opportunity to come out here. Boy, Aaron Corder is just wincing in pain. His right leg, I don't know how much more he can go. And they need him in that back line. Hopefully a situation where it's just a cramp, and he's got to try to work it out as they give him some water out there right now. Well, both teams have had their opportunities in this one, Adam, but the goalkeepers have been up to the task, and Nowesnik had that great opportunity go by the wayside on the bouncing ball.
He did. Got a little too excited there. Was wide open right in front of, just outside the 6, probably at the 8, if you had a marker right out there, and just knocked it up just a little too hard. As once again, Huffnagel getting helped out here to over to the sidelines. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like to be that left knee that he's favoring a little bit.
Yeah, he's very wearily coming off the field right now. His head coach, Ben Householder, helping him off. So they lose a striker there if he's not able to continue. Corder was also very slow to come off the field. He appears to be okay now. And if anything, this may have helped the student-athletes here to get through this final 4 minutes. But, of course, the concern now for Mishawaka Marian is Augie Hartnagel's health.
Like I said, as a coach, you never want to see injuries to your players, but especially this time of year, going into a regional championship game, late in the regional championship game, and a shutout right now.
Isaac Torres now with a free kick opportunity. Gets through a couple Niners, but Corder is there. He chips it to the far side where Kevin Torres settles it down. Here's his cross, and the play was looking there for a kill away, and that almost connected just to the left of Orozco at the 6.
Yeah, just a little wide on that pass, but a great opportunity for Marian and a great look on the pass.
Coming up on 3 minutes remaining here in regulation, and a scoreless tie. Free kick now towards the midfield circle, and a push in the back not called is now Dawson. We'll go back to the far touchline with the throw-in for Fagley. Here's Fagley's throw-in right now over to Bonagura, and they're really starting to push in the back right now, and now back in is Damas, and he will come in to replace Getzloff for Andrean. Coming down the stretch here in regulation of a scoreless tie, we'll play 14 minutes of non-sudden death soccer if we can't decide it at the end of 80. Now Sino with a dangerous pass up on the plate, deflects to Gore. Michael comes in at the 18th, slide tackle, gets the left foot free on the play, a shot, and a goal! A goal for Michael Gore and Andrean! The assist will go to Teddy Sino on the play. 3:46 remaining in the ball game. Michael Gore gets the score. His 25th goal of the season. It comes at 76-14, and the Niners lead 1-0. Listen to the crowd.
I think, Mike, we can officially name him Michael Frank Gore, as he broke a couple of tackles to get to that goal. But something I was about to say right after you were talking about the overtime. The broadcaster's jinx as he goes for overtime 0-0. Right after you say that, we get a goal.
So Teddy Sino with a great through ball there. That set up the whole thing for Andrean. And Sino's assist on the play is second of the year, and none bigger than that one. Now the Knights come back on the play. Now Gore. He'll just kick it over the midfield stripe looking for Nowesnik. Lucas now going 50-50 now in the offensive third. Andrean 1, Mishawaka Marian nothing. And now a foul is going to be called on the Knights as Nowesnik got taken down. And that'll be direct kick now, number 16 for the Niners.
Boy, what a time for a goal. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the game. It's been scoreless the entire game, and Andrean finally able to knock one through.
So Gore gets his 25th of the year. Here's the cross now by Adair, and it just goes past the near side. It'll be a goal kick now for Coulter.
Marian now going to be putting everything up speed, trying to get something going. They're going to get the equalizer here in under 3 minutes.
Now Damas gets through McGurr on the play. Andrean with the goal, and now a foul is going to be called as Damas gets tangled up in the midfield area.
Gets his leg stepped on there. Got to be careful making sure you don't get too chippy out there, especially if you're Andrean. You got the lead. You just got to try and keep your cool.
2 minutes remaining as Adair now goes with the kick. Knocked down on the play. 2 minutes remaining. It's Andrean 1 and Mishawaka Marian nothing. Now midfield third to Chase Dawson. He tries to go to the far side, knocked down into defense, and the Knights try to come back offensively now through the midfield circle, deflected back to quarter. Aaron now is going to knock it away from Magura, and it'll be a throw-in. Actually, they're going to call it off of the Knights on the play. Now a yellow card is going to be called on Cruz Juarez, and they're thinking about the red, and he gets a red. So Cruz gets a red, and he's gone. So the Knights now are going to have to play a man short here for the last 2 minutes of the match. Wow.
Just an untimely red card going against Mishawaka Marian.
Yeah, you can't end up costing your team a man on the field.
You got to keep your cool, especially if you're Mishawaka Marian. You're down 1-0, and just emotions got the best of them on that play.
So Andrean now plays a man up a goal with less than 2 minutes remaining. Andrean trying to pick up their first regional championship since 1996. Midfield third now to Gore. Looking to the far side to Metloff. Throw in now off the far side by the Knights. Dawson gets in there with a flying header on the play. Now here comes Mishawaka Marian, but it's knocked out of there by Gore. Now Metloff will just kick it back into the defensive end. Coulter now will bring it back up on the play. Now steal by Metloff. Metloff comes in to get an opportunity on Coulter. Michael comes in, tries to get on the 18. Now Gore with a blast. Knocked out of the defense. He comes back in now on Coulter. He's got an open net on the play, and the defense comes back for the Knights.
Good job there by Marian. That was a wide open net. No one was there. They had a guy. Andrean had a guy, and the defenders came in right there to stop them, clean up the trash. They're only down 1-0 still. But time not on their side.
Coming up on a minute remaining now in regulation. Now Adair kicks it right through the sky. 1-0 Andrean. It's been 17 years. 30 seconds remaining in the match. Now midfield third on the play. Sinel heads it back to the near sideline. Now Adair lost control on the play. Now he kicks it off of Getloff. Now we're down to 15 seconds remaining. Now to 9 seconds remaining. Getzloff heads it to the midfield third. And Gulo kicks it to the midfield area. One more opportunity is knocked down. And the Andrean 59ers have won the 2013 Class 1A Boys Regional Championship with a 1-0 victory over the Mishawaka Marian Knights. What a match out here today, Adam Demery, and what a great scene right now as Pete Reese, the coaching staff, hugging each other at the midfield stripe. What a game.
Oh, wow. What a game indeed, Mike. Oh, my gosh. The goal coming in with under 3 minutes to go. A late red card with about a minute and a half to go, and a great win for Andrean. And like I said, it was going to be a low-scoring game from the get-go with the 4 senior backs for each team having to come up big, and they did tonight.
They certainly did. As you see Pete Reese in the crowd out there, as everybody now is going to go into the central midfield area in sportsmanlike manner. And, boy, what a great effort by Mishawaka Marian out here this evening as well, as they drop on the season to 13-8-0. And Pete Reese gets his first regional championship in 17 years in his last season, and his team gets to go to the semi-state. And one of the toughest ways to win, you got to win 2 here in the regional. They knocked off Wheeler 1-0. They knocked off Mishawaka Marian 1-0. And we're going to try to get Coach up here for a post-game interview. Hey, Coach, come on up when you're done. So what a great match. Michael Gore gets the goal for Andrean at 76-14, Adam. And it was a great job on that pass by Teddy Seinel that he was able to get that ball into the offensive third for a great assist there. Coulter did not really have a chance at him. He tried to scramble around in the box, but the left-footed shot tickled the onion sack.
It was just a great job as Gore came in there, broke a couple of tackles. Like I said, Michael Frank Gore is what I'm going to call him from now on. He broke a couple of tackles right inside the 6 and was able to get the goals. We got Coach here sitting up here.
So Andrean right now will huddle around and they will celebrate the spoils of their victory. And what a great job by the crowd as well for Andrean as they really came out and supported the kids out here tonight. And a great effort as well for Ben Householder's ball club, the Mishawaka Marian Knights, as again they fall to 13-8-0 on the season. Let's Coach will catch his breath here a little bit. Andrean with 16 direct kicks in this ball game, and Mishawaka Marian ended up with 10. Keeper saves in the game, 5 for Chris Orozco, 4 in the game for Coulter for Mishawaka Marian. But the big play, Teddy Sino with the long centering pass, getting through the midfield, and eventually Andrean able to get it into the mixer, and Michael Gore finishing the deal.
Okay.
Coach,
we got to hurry because they're going to present this.
Okay, congratulations. Give us your thoughts, buddy.
Hard game, dead even. I thought we'd play maybe 3 days, no goal. Michael's so strong, you just give him enough time, that many chances, and sooner or later it's just going to happen.
No doubt about that. Comment about your defense and holding off Mishawaka Marian off the score sheet.
Stellar, and Aaron Corder played the whole second half. He's got a Charlie horse the size of New York. I'm telling you, he's a hurt kid, but you'd never know it anywhere from just from him. Most kids wouldn't be able to play.
You got a week to rest. Go down there and enjoy with the kids, Coach. Pete Reese gets his first regional in 17 years. I appreciate him taking the time and coming up here. Athletic Director Bill Mueller now is going to come and get the trophy presentation here. And I tell you what, Adam, just a great effort by this Andrean squad. They've struggled all year. This was a team that really thought the regular season record was going to be a lot better than what it was, but they certainly have gotten on a roll here in the postseason. So now we've got a representative for Northwest Indiana in 1A boys. We've got a representative for Northwest Indiana in 2A boys. We got a representative for Northwest Indiana in 1A girls, and we got a representative for Northwest Indiana in 2A girls.
It's a great job by this conference and this region of soccer as it continues to improve year after year, Mike. And you talked about a little bit about this team and what they had to do tonight. Both teams, you got to tip your hat off to Mishawaka Marian. I mean, they gave up a goal late in the game, under 3 minutes. They had held Andrean scoreless before that, and it was one of those things that was bound to happen as both teams just giving 100% so long in the game, and eventually one of them had to break, and Michael Gore just was able to break through there on a nice through ball, break a couple of sliding tackles trying to stop him, and go one-on-one with the goaltender and win. You just need to win one battle, and he won it.
I like your analogy about Frank Gore there because he was definitely being hog-tied down by a couple nights.
He had a couple of tackles that he had to break to get to get the opportunity. He did so. He got the opportunity, and now he's helping his team move on to semi-state and helping his coach in his last year get one last final run at it in a dream run here for Andrean's coach.
So the Andrean fans right now taking pictures of their student athletes right now, but that trophy right there, and it's been since 1996 when Andrean was able to get to the semi-state. They knocked off Ismail Atawa's Chesterton Trojans to get there and ended up losing in the semi-state. But again, this is such a great thing for Pete. His last season, all the struggles that he had, 314 wins now in his career, and now he gets an opportunity. He's 2 games away from possibly playing for a state championship.
Yeah, it's like I just said, a dream season for Coach, as he was just here talking to you about how tough his players are, how some of his players are injured and you wouldn't even know it, and they're not going to tell their coach because they want to play that badly. And as a coach, you got to love that in your final season here, coaching a great team, a great game, and definitely one for the record books.
Well, if you're listening right now back in Northwest Indiana, this game will be on video coming up tomorrow. We'll get this thing uploaded right away, and you'll be able to see all the action right here on rrsn.com. So definitely make sure you check that out. Make sure you thank the sponsors that have helped us to be able to put this on here tonight and get an opportunity to bring home another regional championship for Northwest Indiana. So the pairings now are set in 1A. At least part of the bracket is concerned. Andrean now with that record of 14-7-0, and they will advance to the LaVille semi-state right here, and they will be taking on the winner of Guerin Catholic and Northwestern. I don't think we've got a result on that one.
No, we don't have any results as of right now of any of the games that we didn't have results on before. We've gone over everything that we know so far. But I can tell you this much: this Andrean team is definitely going to be probably take a couple of days to rest the legs a little bit, get back on it, and hit it hard in practice next week. And going over this game, Mike, we talked about in the first half. It seemed like you mentioned Andrean was playing that long ball, and then all of a sudden, the second half, Marian played the long ball, and Andrean did what Marian did in the first half, which was make their possessions in the offensive third count and be very dangerous. There was also a lot of fouls called against Marian that definitely helped Andrean move the ball forward down the field and give them good field position. But at the same time, that's only one aspect of it. Step 2 is capitalizing on it, and that's something that Andrean finally did with Michael Gore.
We're going to try to see if we can maybe get Michael to come up here. He's right now talking to the Penn and Mike Club right now as he got his 25th goal of the season in this one to win the ball game for the Andrean 59ers by a score of 1-0. So they will advance to take on the winner of Guerin Catholic and Northwestern. That game will be at 11 o'clock region time next weekend. So we've got some decisions to make as far as programming here on Regional Radio Sports, as we've got 4 teams in the semi-state next Saturday, and we'll get it all figured out. 4 different sites, of course. Warsaw for the 2A Crown Point Bulldogs in 1A right here at LaVille with Andrean. On the girls' side of things, it'll either be Crown Point or Valparaiso. And on the other side of things, of course, Wheeler, they will be heading over to Argus. So we're going to try to get Michael as soon as he gets done with that interview with the newspaper guy, and we'll try to get him up here for an interview, and he'll talk about the game-winning goal. We finally got his attention, so he will come up here. And, boy, what a great through ball by Teddy Seinel, Adam. I mean, that was just a perfect ball. It was one of those dangerous ones that went right between 2 defenders. And now we're going to get Mike Gore, the goal scorer here for Andrean, that's going to come up here and talk about the first regional championship for the Andrean 59ers in 17 seasons. And I hope he takes it easy, because I'm sure it's not easy to walk on that steel girder up there. So hopefully we'll get Michael to come up.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he went. He came around to come up the stairs. We can't find him.
He sees this. He's getting congratulated by one of the fans right now, so he's on his way up right now. So again, the goal by Michael coming at 76-14 in the match, off the great assist from Teddy Seinel. And Andrean able to win this one by a score of 1-0. So they will go in with a 14-7-0 record heading in to the semi-state action coming up Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
What a great performance by you and your teammates. Talk about just the atmosphere out here. It just seemed like every inch of real estate was being battled between you guys and the Knights tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really physical game, especially towards the end because we were both fighting for that one big break. And luckily we found it. We got the ball in. I think we had a lot of great chances during the entirety of the game. But, I mean, I was just waiting for the break, and we finally found it. I knew we would, and it just really turned out perfect.
Yeah, Lucas had that great opportunity just outside the 18. They had a couple chances in the first half. They were playing ping pong back and forth right in front of with Chris out there. So what did you guys talk about at the halftime talk? It seemed like they had the better of the play on the pitch in the first half, but you guys came out really with a sense of purpose in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was a pretty good first half for both teams, but we really just realized that we needed to pop one in. We had some good opportunities in the first half, especially some driving up the end line and looking back to the top of the box. And we had a couple in the second half, too. We still didn't finish those. It was upsetting, but we found the goal, and that's really what was crucial. So
let's talk about the play right now, Mike. Teddy gets that long through ball in there between a couple defenders. You get a chance to get in there, get the offensive break into the mixer, and then what happened after that?
Well, Teddy played the ball in, and Lucas was looking. The ball was bouncing. Lucas had one guy on his right and one guy on his left, and I was just running, thinking the ball's going to go through, and it hit. Lucas tried to pass it to me, and it hit off a guy, and the ball just bounced, and I'm running through, and somebody got a hit on it, and I knew the goalie was going to be running as fast as he could to try to cut down that angle, so I figured don't even look, just kick the ball, hit the back of the net. Get it before he gets out on you. And
weak-sided kick, too, off the left foot, right?
Yeah, it was. Right.
Talk about the defense of this team, holding a Mishawaka Marian team scoreless. The guys in the back, I tell you what, Aaron Quarter, what a gutsy performance. He looked like he was playing on a half a leg out there tonight.
Yeah, Aaron's always playing a real physical game. He's not the biggest guy on the field, but he plays scrappier than anybody I know, and he's just one of the most consistent players we have, and it's great to have him because he's so calm and he knows what he's doing out there, and it's really nice when you have someone solid in the back who's always going to do well for you.
I tell you what, if you can get him to come up here, we'd like to get Aaron to come up here if he can make it. So if he can come up here, and then we'll sign off after that. So congratulations, Michael, and best of luck in the semi-state.
Thank you.
Mike Gore joining us here. He's got the game-winning goal at 76-14 off this particular match for the Andrean 59ers. They win it by a score of 1-0. Let's take a look again at the final numbers. The Andrean 59ers had 16 direct kicks in this match against Mishawaka, who had 10. So there were a lot of stoppages of play in this game, Adam, and both teams had a lot of opportunities. Mishawaka Marian had some glorious chances on some set pieces, but Andrean's defense, led by Aaron Quarter, was able to hold them off. And now we're going to see if we can get Aaron Quarter to come up here and join us for a little post-game chat right now, if you can make it.
Yeah, he's walking kind of gingerly a little tired, it looks like.
Make it up here, okay.
As he will be making his way up here. He's smiling, all smiles, though, obviously, as he had that the game-winning assist on tonight's game.
So, we're going to bring him on right now. And this Andrean team with another shutout now. That comes up now to 11 shutouts on the season. Aaron, congratulations. I appreciate it. I know you're sore out there, and I appreciate it. Have a seat, man. You deserve it. What a ball game. Talk about the intensity for the 80 minutes in this one and how you guys were able to hold them off the score sheet.
Oh, it was crazy. We knew they were going to be really good offensively before the game started. We just had to play our game, basically, as hard as we could.
Great play by Teddy there. Take us through that situation on the long ball signal on that play up to Gore to get the game-winning goal on the long through ball.
Oh, we knew that they were pushing far up, so we knew that we had that opportunity. So it was just that matter of time, and we just had to find that right play and just played out perfectly.
Talk about your teammates back there in the back line. You lose a crew from last year, 11 shutouts. Chris comes in there. It's a new ball game with some different people. You also lost Anderson from last year, who was a great defender, Zuccarelli. So you had some pieces to fill in from last year's squad, and you guys end up coming up with 11 shutouts heading into the semi-state. Talk about that.
Yeah, the other two outside backs with me and the two stoppers, Dan and Jose, and then the outside backs, Evan and Teddy, they've all stepped up and played their roles to the fullest. It's almost like we don't miss them, but, I mean, yes, we do, but they've stepped up and we've been playing phenomenally.
How about playing for Coach here, knowing this is his swan song after all these years and hadn't won a regional since '96, and the emotion that goes involved with that?
Oh, he's our inspiration to play. We play for him, and we want to get him as far as we can.
Well, congratulations, Aaron Quarter, a regional championship, and best of luck coming up in the semi-state next weekend. Thanks for stepping up. Aaron Quarter comes up as well with a post-game interview with us for us, so we get the offense covered, we get the defense covered here on RSN.com, and boy, just an excited group of parents and players right now, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. As both players were up here, the fans were letting them know they have nothing but love for these guys and are excited to watch this team continue to play. As the fans are still around, still congratulating each other, taking pictures with each other, just enjoying the moment as they should, as it's a great moment and a great win for this Andrean program that hasn't won a regional championship since 1996.
So taking a look as we're going to get set to sign off here in Class 2A now, the Crown Point Bulldogs, and they're finding head coach Mike Bazin another opportunity to get to the Elite Eight as they knocked off Chesterton by a score of 3-0. They're going to take on the winner of Warsaw and Northridge, and we'll be watching that one closely because if Warsaw defeats the Raiders, they would be hosting the semi-state at home over at the Tiger Den. The other half in 2A, Noblesville and Marian battling along with Canterbury and DeKalb in the other half there for the Warsaw semi-state. In 1A, we already know that Andrean has punched their ticket with a 14-7-0 record. They will take on either Garin Catholic or Northwestern next Saturday right here at LaVille. That'll be a noon Eastern time start, 11 a.m. region time. The other half of the bracket has already been decided here at the LaVille semi-state. The Argus Dragons at 18-3-0 will be taking on the Fort Wayne Wars Knights at 17-3-0. So that will take care of the LaVille semi-state. On the girls' side of things, as we move along right now, in 2A, the Fishers Ball Club knocked off McCutcheon by a score of 3-0, and they have come in at 14-2-3, and they will be taking on the Penn Kingsmen 16-4-1, as Penn got by Northridge in a shootout by a score of 2-1 in 2A. The other half of the bracket that feeds into the semi-state over at St. Joseph and South Bend, Homestead defeated DeKalb 1-0 in overtime, and we're still waiting for a final there between Crown Point and Valparaiso over at the Valparaiso Regional. Those winners will play at noon Eastern time next Saturday at St. Joseph's. And then at 1A in the Argus semi-state, the Wheeler Bearcats with a 2-0 victory over the Boone Grove Wolves. The Bearcats at 17-1-2. They will take on the Wars Knights from Fort Wayne, who knocked off Eastbrook by a score of 8-1. On the other side at Argus, in the early game, West Lafayette defeated Hamilton Heights by a score of 2-0, and they will take on either the Westfield Warriors or the Argus Dragons in the other half of that doubleheader, Adam. I don't know if you've got any more updates for us or not.
No, I don't have any more updates. Just tweeting some photos up there on our RSN page of your interviews, as well as letting everybody know on Twitter that Andrean is the regional champs here, and we'll be going to semi-state.
Adam, your final thoughts before we finally give our final billboard here. It was a great day of soccer. Boone Grove kept up with Wheeler for a half. The Bearcats were able to break through, and then Andrean able to break through here tonight with the regional championship.
You know, it was a great game. Like I said, can't take anything away from Mishawaka Marian's season. They had a great season and a great game tonight. Gave Andrean everything that they could handle. Just came up just a little too short, and you know what? Like we always say, Mike, someone's got to lose at the end of the day. Unfortunately, it was the Knights for the Mishawaka Marian fans, but if you're an Andrean fan, you are excited about this team and excited about what you're seeing here on the field and how hard they fought tonight.
We want to thank the folks that have made tonight's broadcast possible here at Newton Park. Again, keep in mind, if you're listening here tomorrow, the video will be posted right here at rrsn.com. We want to thank Metloff Builders, located at 10971 Four Seasons Place in Crown Point, for their terrific support at metloffbuilders.com. Metloff Builders, where excellence is not an upgrade. We also want to thank Chicago Lakefront Cruises at 800 South Wall Street in Chicago. You can visit them on Facebook. Check out the website at ChicagoLakefrontCruises.com or call 312-480-0186. And also Jim and Terry Maurer and the Maurer family wishing the Andrean 59ers best of luck, and they congratulate head coach Pete Reese on a terrific career and applaud him and the team now for their efforts as they try to go after a semi-state championship coming up next weekend over at the Class 1A semi-state right here in Lakeville, Indiana. So once again, the Andrean 59ers will be advancing to the semi-state. They will be meeting either Guerin Catholic or Northwestern. Guerin Catholic 14-2-3, Northwestern 16-3-1, and that particular ball game will be at 11 o'clock region time coming up next Saturday. So for Adam Demery, this is Mike Knezovich saying so long from Newton Park here in Lakeville, Indiana, where the Andrean 59ers have picked up their first regional championship in 17 years on a goal by Mike Gore at 76-14 off the assist from Teddy Sinel as they shut out the Mishawaka Marian Knights by a score of 1-0. Check out all the action throughout the 20th annual boys soccer tournament right here on rrsn.com and the Regional Radio Sports Network, your ticket to the best seat in the house since 1992. God bless America. God bless you all. Have a safe and wonderful evening, everybody. So long from Newton Park.